Well, welcome to session 29.
Session
And
29.
Kurt will kindly do the recap of last session.
Hi, I'm Kurt. Nice to meet you. So, last we left off, we had been sent on a mission to scope out the Sauergan lair, formerly the lizard folk lair. The session started with Styles and Ozzy infiltrating the upper floor. Ozzy invisible and Styles in a Sauergan disguise. They'd been searching the place for anything, and made a note of a few of bits of equipment. Found some slaves. Noticed that they're excavating it, lowering it down somehow.
They were sort of facing the walls. You saw it had gone from cave walls to finished stone.
Yeah. Ozzy had discovered a little storage room that had armor, like a mithril plate armor, and a load of potions to make you able to breathe underwater, and cloak of the mantra. With not long left on their disguises, they got in touch with Picard and Scarrig and said to create a distraction out front so they could get out. Scarrig chucked down his animals, and in the confusion of them opening the door to investigate, Ozzy and Styles, I don't know why I'm struggling with the names, it's been a while, hasn't it? Ozzy and Styles made their exit. We then as a group proceeded to explore the lower levels underwater. We found two entrances. The first led down a cave network that ended up in a prison cell with a large dead eel. They saw some Sauergan torturing a fish person. What's the name of the fish person?
Locatha.
Picard wanted to investigate further, but as a group they decided it's best not to risk detection and alerting more. It's still sore, as I can see. They went to the other entrance and discovered it was effectively what looked like a main entrance. There was armoured sharks swimming around, and Ozzy, using a major illusion, walked a Sauergan guard, or I can't remember what they were called.
Yeah, he was one of one that looks like the leaders.
Yeah, he walked one of them in, and basically the further that he got in, the more and more Sauergan and soldiers and people they found, and it was obviously going to be a tough time to get in that way. We regrouped and decided that what we had discovered would be enough and satisfy the council, and so we headed back. Turned out it wasn't enough, apparently. We noticed a huge ship in the harbour. I think you gave us a name, but I can't remember right now. We we went to the council building. It was locked, so we went to Gellen's and said, when they're ready, we'll be at the pub. Went to the pub. That was locked, and Styles couldn't break in because he's the worst rogue ever, and because he was tired, apparently. So we jet skied back to the boat, slept it off, and a soldier of the king greeted us in the morning and escorted us to the council chambers, where we met a... Didn't write
Captain
it down.
Pollard.
Captain Wankard, who had a stick up his arse was displeased with the way things had been run so far in the town by the council, and on the king's orders had been sent to sort it all out and lead the assault on the Sauergan lair. He kind of like got everyone's back up a little bit when we told him what we'd discovered. He didn't seem too pleased with the amount of information we gave. Styles stormed out, and it was basically ending with us left in the street deciding what to do next. We obviously had the Scarlet Brotherhood to potentially deal with, and we kind of half initiated the plan, which was to stage a fallout so Styles could break our rank and join theirs. But in the confusion and our tiredness, it kind of like half happened, and some characters, i.e. Picard, Ozzy, were kind of left confused as to whether they'd actually fallen out or whether they were initiating the plan. And Scarrig had stormed off back to his forge, and Styles had stormed off somewhere, and it left Picard and Ozzy in the street a little bit confused.
Indeed.
Oh, and we did speak with Galen actually, and he said that he was going to lie low for a little bit because this Captain Pollard had kind of taken over, and but he encouraged us to sort the Scarlet Brotherhood out if it gave redemption for the things that happened on his boat and Carmilla's death. Yes. Indeed.
So, thank you very much. So we open on the 13th of Wheelsun, around midday. The clouds have amassed above, and a light drizzle has begun to fall. The party now split, leaves us with a few stories to follow, and we will start with Scarrick as you head towards the blacksmith. As you approach the smithy, you see a commotion outside. Gavin and Davin are brandishing harpoons at a group of guards, and the voices are raised. The guards wear the uniform of Seaton, the cross cannons under the Keoland Lion.
Oh, what's going on here?
Get away! Leave us alone!
I'll obviously run in between them. What's happening here? Who are you?
And you see 4 guards, their swords drawn, Gavin and Davin both blocking the entranceway to the blacksmith. One of them steps forward. Oh, are you Scarrick?
Aye.
We've come to collect the king's tax, and these people are not letting us in.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're needing to come like this. It's not normally dealt with.
We asked politely
like
first,
that.
But they refused. And Gavin and Davin, they didn't. No, they just came. They said we owe money, 200 gold. They said, and they were going to take anything they could.
I don't think that's going to happen, lads. I'm sorry. You need to go and speak to your superiors.
The guard looks at you like...
This is my forge here, and I've paid my tax.
Yeah, you've paid some of your tax. Except it's been raised with the looming war, and this blacksmith hasn't been paying. You can check the books if you wish, but right now, we need 200 gold pieces. Or we take property.
You're not taking any of my property. Gavin, is this true? Have you not paid up to date?
No, we've paid everything. They've just come and said there's more. We've paid the usual rate.
Okay.
And the usual rate has been expanded, you could say. War costs money,
Well,
as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't think this is a great plan. I think you're going to lose loyalty here in the town doing this, but I'm not going to fight you here because I'd hate to make a mess of you boys, but here's 200.
You're not going to fight us at all.
You
We're
run
alone.
on. Aye, for now.
For now, indeed. You give them the cash.
Yeah.
Takes it off your hand. Right. Let's move on.
Next time
And they-
you come to me, okay, boys?
Just ignore you as they put their swords. You off to bed, bud?
Hi.
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 Gavin and Davin, the little tinkers. They put their swords away and just begin to walk off down the street, heading on to the next few stores down. Oh, thank God you were here.
Sorry,
we were going to
boys.
have to... And you see they've got these harpoons in their hands ready to go. We thought we were going to have to defend ourselves.
Very threatening, very threatening. You did well, boys, but I just think we had to pay there just to deal with what's going on at the moment. There's a lot more
It
in
doesn't
the
seem
government
fair.
going on.
We pay our
I know.
taxes, you know, you see the books. And all of a sudden it gets raised because of a war that isn't our fault.
Aye, something's going on in the government at the moment. I don't know exactly what's happening, but don't worry. Me and the boys will figure it out.
Do you think we're even going to get the final payment from Eliander?
That's what I was worrying about, but we'll see. I mean, they won't get the weapons if they don't get the payment.
Maybe we should start making our own weapons for us. And they sort of look at each other, this like glint sparks in their eye. Yeah.
I mean, you should always be armed and be able to arm the people you love.
Well, that's our next job then. And they throw the harpoons onto the floor. Back to work, eh? And they like grasp each other and head back into the forge. Are you staying?
Aye, I'll help you hammer for a wee bit.
Great.
And I'll just join in with them.
And you head out of the rain into the forge, and the warmth of the coals and the familiar smell of the burnt coke and charred wood and hot metal just brings your mind down from a place of tension, and you feel relaxed to be back.
Can I just ask a
I guess.
question?
Mm-hmm.
You were talking then about payment from Eliander. Have I forgotten about this payment?
No, we're just
He
making
ordered
weapons for the war
harpoons.
effort.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
We're not owed any payment, are we? Because that last mission we did, we were supposed to get
No,
a
that
title,
was-
but that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You're
was
not
a
owed any money.
mission
It's
for
a
the king. There wasn't any.
side quest
Yeah, that's fine.
for Gavin and Davin.
Yeah.
They were slowly leveling up.
Hey, what level are they now? They're not be more than us.
As you shut the door and begin work, we go to Styles, who is heading towards the snapping line. When you enter the inn, there are a few people sat around the tables, and the general chatter stops just for a moment. There seems to be a tension in the air. The crowd, recognizing who you are, just continue conversation. If you move over to take a seat, Hannah, the owner, comes across and offers you a drink. What can I get you then?
Pitcher of claw wine, please.
Not a problem. Just 2 silver, please. And she heads off and brings one across. Are you, alone today? The others?
I don't know where they've gone. Orf's gone to his forge, the other two I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? And she puts a hand on your shoulder and then goes back to the bar, the pitcher sat in front of you.
I get the map out that we got from Captain Xandros of the astral plane, and I'm just pondering over it.
Okay. As you sit, slowly drinking the wine, the warm, fishy taste settling the palate. we should make claw wine at one point.
Please no.
You look over the map. And after around 20 or so minutes of just your own time, the door to the inn is kicked open. There's a crash. 3 guards come in. Looking around the pub, again the pub goes silent. They spot someone in a corner, a man, looks dressed common fisherman. They come across and grab his arms, and Hannah begins up to make a fuss to step in the middle, and they push her back. He's coming with us. He's been marked as a smuggler. The man tries to fight, but they strike him with the back of their sword, knocking him semi-conscious, and 2 guards scoop him up by the arms and drag him out.
I get up and walk over. What's going on here? You can't just walk in and grab people.
One of them just comes up in your face. We can do what we want, but the guards. This man is known for smuggling. And it's about time there's some order around here. Now move out my way.
I'm just angry.
Did you not hear me? We're working under the king.
Where are you taking him?
Taking him to the jail. Where do you think we're taking him?
I don't know, that's why I asked.
He turns to one of the other guards. Honestly, you'd think this place was the back end of nowhere. The people here are thick as pig shit. Now move out my way. He draws his sword.
I let him go. I don't. I've come to my senses, and I think trying to fight 3 of them might be a bad idea.
He gives you the eye as he walks past, and then this grin just comes across his face. His face is... They all have a similar look. The hair is shaved short. No beards, no facial hair, just a rough stubble. This grim smile comes across as he walks out the door, and the other 2 drag this man out, semi-conscious as he groans.
What's the name of the barmaid?
Hannah.
I walk up. Hannah, what's going on? We've met the new Captain Pillock, and everything seems to be going crazy.
I don't really know. He's... John, he came in all the time. He's a good man. He'd always help.
Smuggler?
Well,
what's it matter? It don't matter.
I guess not. And she's visibly like wringing her hands around a towel on her apron, just distressed. And the rest of the pub, there's just the voices have now turned into quiet whispers. There's a few just looking around, waiting. Some get up and leave. I must carry on. And she heads behind the bar and starts rapidly cleaning glasses.
I go back to the table and fold up my map and head out to try and find the others.
Okay. As you fold up your map and place it inside your cloak and head out into the rain, we come to you, Ozzy and Picard. You're left standing in the street, and even though now the rain is coming down, the streets seem quieter than normal. The shutters on the houses around you are closed. Where there would be children playing even in the mud, there are none.
It all seems a bit depressing since we left.
Yeah, I do miss those mud children.
What?
Those mud children, those children that would play in the mud, they were my favourite thing about this street.
I don't... I must have missed that one.
Yes, the children.
So now what? Are we actually falling out? Is this for real? Or is this part of the plan?
I wish I knew, Mr. Ozzy. It is unfortunate that we have parted ways.
I don't want to lose another band.
You won't lose this one. Probably. Maybe.
What?
Uh,
I need
no.
Well-
The Mr. Men stick together,
we-
and
Well, at the very least, there's us two. We can duet, right? How are you with the triangle?
oh, if you need, I'm just gonna check something over here.
What? Don't leave me.
And then Packard just like does a 360 and just stares at nothing. Just looks down the street.
Oh God. I'll look up. I'm trying to think where Ellie is.
She comes down actually. You see through the rain and the clouds, a shadow comes down and perches on one of the rooftops. Running across the top, she hops from one roof to a low roof, and then swoops low down.
I
And
hold out my arm for it to land.
she lands on your arm and instantly comes and curls around your shoulders. Her body is shaking slightly, but
Yeah.
as she comes and embraces you, you feel her heart rate go from rapid to slow and just begin to mellow.
It's all right, girl. It's all right. I know I've always got you. Packard.
Packard spins back around.
I like look.
Yes.
Like is what you might be looking at. Anyway,
Just stare at a wall.
I don't know exactly what's going on. However, I feel it's my duty as a friend to Gellin that I want to fucking kill this Scarlet Brotherhood. I want to get rid of those bastards.
If I had to put my very expensive finger, not my ghost finger, my other finger, on the problem, I would say that was it. Think of it. Think of it. On that ship, we were working together. We were an efficient team. We had a good time, and we learnt that the Scarlet Brotherhood's plan was to cause disarray in Ghostmarsh and
that's exactly what's happening.
Look at us now. We are split. The town is
It's even
split.
affecting us.
Yeah. We're out of harmony, and that is exactly where the Brotherhood wants us. I think the Brotherhood sees us as the most dangerous threat.
Oh, that's
And they've-
obvious.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
So they have worked tirelessly to get us at each other's throats. Now, do I think we'll remedy this? Possibly. That's what families do, isn't it? And he starts to
I
choke
guess.
a little bit
I
when
wish-
he says it.
I wish we'd
At
kind of
least-
like discussed the plan a little bit more before we kind of started it. Do you know what I mean? Because now, what was our role in this? Styles has a fallout with us and storms off. Scarrig, well, I don't really know why he fell out, but he stormed off. And
Well-
what do we do? Do we just stand here and wait for something to
We-
happen?
No, but we
Okay.
do exactly what the Brotherhood wants us to do. We
Which is
anguish. in her.
anguish in her.
Because if this is a charade, then if we do not play the wounded souls that we are, they will know it is not sincere.
That what? Well, okay. Let's play this out then. Because do you
Yep.
know what I do when I get really upset?
Fuck things.
Fuck things.
Oh god.
Drink a lot and fuck things. So maybe that is what we should go do.
Why did I get left with you when this happened? Where's Scarrick?
Forget about Scarrig. He's fine. He's got Gavin and Davin. We got each other. All right.
Oh.
All right. Now let's go find something to fuck.
Now,
Put my arm around it.
now, as important as it is to keep up the charade
Uh huh.
that we are hurting and
Yep.
and doing such things. It is also important that we keep our wits about us and don't get distracted.
Oh yeah, of course.
So if we just pretend to do those things, that would be sufficient.
Yeah, well,
And-
I think I'm more of a method actor, so I'd prefer to like really get involved, and it'd be more convincing if we actually fucked.
Each other? Or-
I mean, no, not at first. Anyway, we'll see how it
I'm
goes.
absolutely dead
Play your
down there.
cards right, man. You never know.
Nope. Don't play cards. Right, well,
Well, let's head to the pub. Let's scope out the local toddy and see what we find. Let's see who's let's see who we want to like pursue.
guess that's a good idea.
It's
That's
a
the best
brilliant
idea.
It
I've
always
heard all
works for me.
day.
Always works for me. Come on, let's go
More
this way.
fishwives again.
Yes,
Gonna
well,
start like directing him towards the pub.
The empty net.
Yeah, probably actually.
the one with
So
the-
you head across
the
the
face.
bridge, and I'd imagine the time of these things as they play out, you've obviously had your chat and gone. So you walk past the snapping line where Styles is still sat reading his map, as Scarrick has finished his altercation with the guards, and you cross over Sharkfin Bridge. Again, everything seems quieter and more closed down. Cross the bridge and head past the market where the stalls, the shutters are drawn and the tarps are pulled over. And you arrive at the empty net. You see on the door is a crude wooden sign nailed into the planks. On the sign, written in a rough hand, are the words, "Closed until further notice, due to illness."
What? What
Illness.
illness? Oh shit!
That is unusual.
That Ida was ill as well.
Yeah, but she was poisoned.
What?
Who runs this establishment?
It's that guy. What's his name?
Curb.
Curb.
Curb?
Curb. Yeah. It's a weird
not
one.
a
isn't it?
name.
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Where does Curb live?
Well, I
We
assume.
see him at once.
I assume up top. Is there like a room up above?
There isn't so much a room up above, but you know from the layout of the building that there would be a space behind where he could dwell.
I start working my way around to
Yeah.
like, find a window that would be
So the way
dwelling
this
section.
pub is obviously situated, only really the entrance is on land, the rest then juts
Oh,
out across
shit.
the water, so
Ooh.
you would have to be climbing along the side to see a window.
If only we had
Right.
a rogue that could like break in. I could do it though. I can fill that gap. Should we break
Hang
in?
I cast Water Walk.
Oh,
Okay, it's on stilts, so it's quite high up.
And I get a stick. Is there any nearby sticks?
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you you can grasp a stick. Yeah.
Alright, I get a stick.
I didn't know you could walk on water.
Yeah, I only really save it for the most special of occasions. It's quite tiring.
Right.
So yeah, I walk out onto the water on the side where.
Yeah, you walk
The window
around where
would
the
be.
bar side would be,
Yeah.
which the rest of it is obviously the toilets and the like the tavern area.
Yeah.
You walk around to the other side, and you see there is a small wooden window, about halfway up on the wall.
I start banging on the window and yelling, "Mr.
Knock.
Curb!"
Knock, knock, and the window sort of creaks open, and as it does, you can hear noises from inside. And as you begin to shout, the noises immediately just stop. It's like a moving of boxes, a grunting, and then it's like,
Mr. Curb, are you well? We wish to use your establishment to find Totty.
"Read the sign!"
Yes, I saw the sign.
Do
and I was concerned about your well-being.
Do I hear the voice shout back
You can,
as well?
yeah, you can see him from the shore. So yeah,
And it is
like-
Curb. I recognise
Yeah,
his
it's
voice.
Curb.
Okay.
I quickly pull the sending stone out my pocket and I sort of like whisper into it. Mr. Ozzy, I think you're going to have to break that door down. Mr. Kerb appears to be in some distress, but I'll keep the focus on me.
Oh shit!
And I say, Mr.
Okay.
Kerb, I don't know if you know this, but I'm walking on water to speak with you.
I'm going to go to the front door and try to pick the lock.
It's quite
I did
special.
wonder.
Yep, it's quite special.
No, I'm not in.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to talk to you.
You've reached Kerb's answer phone.
And I pretend to yell, "Oh, Mr. Ozzy, Mr. Kerb's not in. So we'll have to go away. We'll leave here." And I'm
You
sort
hear
of trying to like wink. I'm trying to give him any kind of visual cue, like door.
I've
smash door.
already gone round to the front door.
Okay.
I'm trying to open it.
Yeah, well, in what way are you trying to open the front door?
I'll try to pick the lock. If it's locked, I'm assuming it's locked.
So I think we finally realised after 59 sessions that we use dexterity to pick locks. And not sleight of hand. I think it's your dex. It's a dex roll, and if you have thieves' tools and proficiency, then you get to add your stuff.
Nope.
What'd you get?
Well, I don't have thieves' tools, so do I just roll
but
dex?
you can try and do it with something else. You just roll a straight dex.
Okay.
What are you trying to use?
Oh nope,
Your tail?
nope.
Not that one.
Chipping a piece of wood off the sign, you jam it into the lock. Seeing what Styles does all the time.
He
looks
makes this
easy.
look so hard, and it is
The wood-
hard.
Wedges into the lock and just blocks it completely.
I cast message to Picard. I can't get in. Do I need to kick this down?
I instead of sending message back, I loudly shout to Mr. Kerb. I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Kerb, it's a shame you're not in. This illness appears to be affecting all of us like some sort of concussive thunder wave."
Nice.
Which, would be terrible if that were to...
If you could hear
affect
someone
anyone's
scratching
building.
their head from the distance you were at, you would hear it.
Ozzy ponders for a moment, like, is he suggesting what I think he's suggesting?
It would be terribly unfortunate if such a wave were to hit someone's dwelling.
I cast message back to Picard and say, Picard, are you suggesting I do Thunderwave? Because I can't do that anymore. I switched.
A crash of thunder echoes above.
What's that?
I switched out my spells, and I don't have that one anymore. Kind of upgraded, but
Packard loudly yells again to Mr. Kerb. And if thunder waves were not affecting this town, then perhaps some other kind of thing, force, would get one where they want to be, which is healthy.
I'm gonna
And
just
not
take
sick.
a run up and try to shoulder barge the door.
Give me a strength.
How do you not have a spell that can help with a door?
I don't have any door-related or force-related spells anymore.
But doors are our enemy.
Nope.
Already
what a
nearly
weakness.
killed you once. What'd you get?
A 1.
A 1. Yeah, you
Not so easy, is it?
run as fast as you can and put all your weight in. You ricochet off the door, falling back into the muddy ground, slipping on the rain and landing on your ass. The door stands like an iron fortress,
Oh, my
blocking
socks.
your path. At this point, Kerb's head pokes through the window. What was that at the front? Are they
Oh,
coming?
I loudly whisper, Who's
You
dead?
better get in here. And he grabs your stick and begins to pull you up, if
I
you're
say,
willing.
oh jeez! I'm just like dangling off this stick.
And he grabs your arm and drags you inside, pushes you
Oh.
down, like so you're
Oh.
crouching.
What in the heckers?
You weren't followed, were you?
I'm going to say no, for the benefit of both of us.
Times are a-changing.
Yep.
It's time for a man like me to take a vacation, perhaps.
What do you mean, Mr. Kerb?
Well,
Do not speak in tongues, speak clearly.
you could say most of my goods are stolen.
Ah,
Is that clear enough?
crystal.
And I don't believe this new captain is going to be a fan of such activities, especially since most of my clientele is now in the jail.
I say to him, do you know what? I couldn't help but notice the quietness about the town, and people appear to be packing up shop. How lawless is Saltmarsh?
Well, there's a
Even those mud kids? What crimes are they
philosophical
committing that
debate
they have to hide?
about law and tradition.
Hmm.
Saltmarsh is a town steeped in tradition, and
I
us traditionalists are often, we never hurt anybody.
Hmm.
But
I say loudly to
perhaps-
myself, but like he can hear. I say, Scarlet Brotherhood's work.
We just perhaps we undercut the king on occasion, and he seems to have sent his yes. Anyway, lots of packing to do. Are you okay going out the way you came? And I am glad the sign worked. I was worried people wouldn't believe it.
Oh no, we believed it, Mr. Kerb. We were just concerned for your well-being. See, there's
Oh no.
some-
As soon as they leave, we'll be back.
Oh, I see.
Saltmarsh will live on.
I see.
Just in a couple of months or something.
Perhaps sooner if I can have anything to do with it.
Well,
Don't you worry, Mr. Kerb.
no,
The Mr.
no.
Men are on this, but we are on hiatus at the moment. We have had a falling out.
Oh God,
Yes.
you're really only good in this town. And you see his eyes begin to well up.
Seems that way. But it's fine. We'll get the proverbial band back together, as my good friend Mr. Ozzy would say.
You hear
Who's
another
definitely
bang at
not
front
bashing
door.
down your door.
My profits have nearly doubled since you started drinking here.
Yes, and considering I don't drink, that is quite a feat.
I've managed to teach my son to read.
Oh, that is fortunate.
There aren't that many words in the magazines we have, but lots of pictures.
Oh. Well, the arts are important and underfunded.
I need to carry on, and you look and you see there's a series of old grain sacks now filled with some of the best tankards in the inn, a few bottles of rum, and a bundle of like rags and clothing.
Say right. Well, Mr. Kerb, I shall see you in better days. And then I
His
kind of like
huge hand grasps you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
We'll see you again soon.
And then with that, I just kind of like back roll out of the window onto what I presume would be hard water for me.
Yeah, I guess if you're walking on water, you make an acrobatics check. Where there is risk of failure, a check must be made.
10.
Good enough. You stumble. It's not the perfect land. You can't put your arms above your head in celebration, but
Yeah.
a couple of steps back, you land on your feet.
I land back down like. Oh, I hope nobody saw that. That was a real messy landing.
A seagull at the top of the pub.
I blast it with a ray of sickness.
Shatters into green smoke.
And then I run round and I say, Mr. Ozzy, Mr. Ozzy.
I just start running towards the door again. What? What? And I just trip as I like turn to look and fall flat face into the mud.
I say, oh good, you didn't break the door down.
Ow! The fuck?
It's, it's a good thing. I thought Mr. Curb might have been in some sort of danger, but he's all well.
You saw him?
Yes, I
You
spoke with him. He's very well. He's vacating.
Oh, why?
He is absconding.
He's leaving too.
Yes, it seems an unfortunate trend that our new occupying forces have put the willies up. Many proprietors here, so it seems like they would prefer to be elsewhere until this matter blows over. So I think we're going to be losing some friends fast.
Don't I know it? You know what? This just makes me want to leave the town even more.
No. We cannot abandon Saltmarsh. We cannot. And I'll tell you for why.
Why?
I'll tell you for why.
Why?
Do you remember the other day those small people, children they call them,
The mud kids?
not the mud kids. These I think they were on a beach or something. They were somewhere.
Right?
They were us. They were pretending to be us.
Oh yeah. They were here outside the pub.
Yes. They idolized us. We were heroes to them. We were heroes to Saltmarsh. We meant something back then. You know, we inspired, we brought hope.
It's
We can't turn our back on this little
It feels good.
backwater shithole just
feels-
because things have got a bit tough.
It feels good, doesn't it, when people idolize you?
Yes, of course it does.
Oh man, yeah, I know. I felt like that when it first happened to me too. It's hard in a band, man. You get used to it. People worship you, man.
Yes, and I'm sure they did worship you.
There'll be
before
other towns. There'll be other kids
Oh.
to like idolize you.
Riddle me this, Mr. Ozzy. Do you think we would be worth idolizing if we skipped town every time things got slightly awkward? If we abandoned those children who worshipped us, would we be worthy of such worship? I think not. I think I'd be disgusted with myself the next time I saw a child pretending to be a little bald ghost man. He'd make me sick, because I'd know inside that I was letting him down, whether he knew it or not, because I was just going to bail on him the moment things got a little tough.
I don't know, man. I think you're making it complicated. I just play my guitar and people worship the ground I walk. It's quite straightforward, really.
Yes, well, that is the wonder of the arts, I suppose, but I was not...
It is.
gifted
Underfunded
with-
they are.
They are underfunded. I was just saying to... yes, I was just saying to Mr. Curb. So no.
I'm
despite-
glad you recognise it as well. Very underfunded.
It's a pressing issue, really.
It is. It
We
really
must
is a
speak to
pressing
the king
issue.
about it.
We should
Um,
bring that up sometime. Well, look. I mean, we're not just skipping town until at least the Brotherhood have been dealt with.
I think that's a fine benchmark to set, but we'll see how things go. I think yes, we owe it to this town. Whether the other Mr. Men believe it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether I believe it.
Oh
or
no,
not,
don't get me
we
wrong.
do owe it.
I've grown fond of this little town. I only used to come here to see Scarrick, and occasionally play like a show, but for like Gellin or something. But it's growing on me. I like it here.
It's where
But
the
you
Mr. Men
can't just
formed.
keep touring the same venue forever. At some point, gotta move on. Gotta go
No,
to the
of
next
course.
city,
And-
next
and
town, and play a show there.
Yes, I love your musical analogies.
It works, doesn't it?
I suppose it does. But I
Life
as
is
all
just a
people-
show, man.
I'm sure it
It's
is.
just one never-ending song.
I like to think life is like the sea.
Mm.
Always moving. There's ups, there's downs.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you get wet. sometimes you die.
Yeah,
Just like the sea.
I think I prefer my analogy.
I mean, it depends on the audience. But yes, I would love to take to the sea.
No, life is like an anvil, heavy and hard.
A lot of opinions on what life is these days.
Did that pigeon just make a talking noise?
So I blasted a nearby bird for a race. Not anymore.
Look, I think here's what's happened. We've staged our little fallout. The people around us, everyone's buying it. They're buying it. But now we need to get back together and figure out how we're gonna take down the Brotherhood. But obviously in secret, because people can't know.
No, exactly. If people see us colluding, they'll know.
Can you see the no wait, the snapping wait, which pub is this?
So you are currently in
here.
Empty Net.
Empty Net. Can you see the snapping line from here?
Yeah, it's across the bay. So if you came to the shore, you can probably see past the market and see the snapping line across the way.
Would we have seen Styles exit it, or is that too far away?
I'd say, yeah, let's cut back to Styles. Styles, you exit the tavern. The rain now beginning to fall and putting your hood up.
So I look around, see if I can see them, but I don't think I'd look across the bay. So I'd do a perception check.
Yeah, make a perception check.
So you might have seen me stood on the water banging a window with a big stick. Or you might have seen me fall out the window.
24.
24. You see the track marks where the man has been dragged, the footprints next to it, and you see they lead down across towards the bridge. So it looks like they were taking him to the jail, as they said. As you inspect the trail to check it's theirs, something glints in the mud. You pick it up, and a small token has been left, pressed into the footprint of one of the guards.
Oh shit.
The token is the same token that you found on the corpse of Scarron. The skull wrapped in bones. As you look up from this, your goggles down, you see across the bay, why is my brain gone dead? Picard and Ozzy having a in-depth conversation, arms going everywhere.
So am I right to assume the guards have dropped the coin? Or have I just found the coin?
You can't tell, you just found it in the mud. It was pressed under a guard's boot, but it may have been there by something else.
Yeah. I head towards the Empty Net then to speak to them too.
I'd imagine you both meet in the middle on the shark fin bridge.
Well, can I suggest something as he's walking towards us, as we're heading that way?
Yeah.
Packer. Oh shit, Styles, here he comes. Alright, follow my lead. Okay?
Say what? Okay.
Follow my lead.
I want it.
Oh, look who it is. If it ain't old fuckface himself, what do you want?
I shove Ozzy out the way and I say, You piece of shit! I hate you, you piece of shit! And I spit on him.
hate you too, I hate your face.
I clean spit on him. You piece of horse shit, you're trash! You're trash, Styles.
I'm looking at Pat got confused, like, shit, does he really mean it? Where does the charade end and begin?
And as this like altercation happens, you just see on one of the overhang buildings, one of the shop owners just shuts on the shutters too.
We got a bone to pick with you in that alleyway. Now we're gonna kick the shit out of you.
We're gonna pick all your bones. We're gonna pull them out of you.
What?
Pull it over your bum.
What?
Bones are going in the bum.
What?
We're gonna put bones in your bum.
Yeah, bones in your butt.
Come down that alley.
Get down
Put
there
bone
now!
in your bum.
And start like pushing him down like a nearby alley if there's one.
Okay. Yeah. So you push him back across the bridge into the grass.
Do I work out the joking? Do I work out that as well? I've played the card a bit.
Entirely up to you. At one point,
Roll an
Ellie,
insight check.
wrapped around Ozzy's shoulders, hisses aggressively at you, small puffs of
Ellie's
smoke
good
coming from her mouth.
I'm gonna slap Ozzy. Oh shit! I'm gonna slap him and. Oh, don't be fucking. Yes, I'll slap him. Don't be fucking stupid. We need to talk.
Ow! God, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but make it not suspicious. Ow!
Slap him back, Mr. Ozzy.
So I grab him now and pull him down the alley.
What?
Okay. You pull. I'd say you pull yourself between two buildings on a bridge, a small hollow area, though you're out of sight.
As I follow, I do like the real sort of like 1930s style boxer like walk.
Other than that,
Right, it's about to go off, gentlemen.
As
So
you drag.
recount the story of the guards.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as you drag us in, I just like fall into you and put my arms around you. I knew it wasn't real. I knew it wasn't real. Oh man, I missed you. I missed you, Styles.
I miss you too, but this town's going to pot fast.
I know.
Just
The pub's shut.
Drag the. What do you mean the pub shut?
He's got a sign on the front that says that he's ill or something. But Parkard discovered that he's just skipping town, afraid
What?
of the King's Guard.
He's
Yeah,
got my
seems-
50 silver pieces from my kebab investment.
No shit.
Oh, yeah, I think he took all the kebab stuff with him. I think
Yeah.
he said he was starting a pop-up somewhere in Seated.
Freaking, we'll deal with that later. We'll burn his pub down. Right.
Oh yeah,
So
nice.
they've just dragged a guy, and I found this, and I showed him the token. I found this. I don't know if the guard dropped it, but it's the Brotherhood.
Oh shit,
Whoa.
that's the same as what Scarin had, right?
A breakthrough in the case. How wonderful.
So that guy that
Well,
they
it's
arrested,
not really. I
is he part of the
just found it on
Brotherhood
the
too?
floor over there.
Don't
No, I don't think
underestimate
he's part of the Brotherhood.
discovery.
I've just found it, so they're obviously more active. Because he could have been part of the
Picture
Brotherhood.
this. He's a what did they arrest him for? What was his charge?
Smuggling.
Smuggling. So we know that the
Half the
Brotherhood.
town fucking smuggled in here.
That is true.
Yeah.
We know the Brotherhood operate much like smugglers, using old smuggler sort of hideouts and techniques. Perhaps this man is a smuggler, but perhaps he's a smuggler who is also part of the Brotherhood. Or the Brotherhood would hire such a smuggler.
Oh my
for-
god, I've just thought of an amazing plan. Styles, I've got the perfect in. You break this guy out of jail,
Yes.
take him back to the Brotherhood, and be like, I'm on your side. I broke out your best friend. Let me join.
Mr. Ozzy, that's the best thing you've said since you asked us to have sex earlier this morning.
What? No. Right.
It's not important, Mr. Styles. We didn't do it. It was all on top of pants stuff.
We thought about it a
Absolutely
lot,
fine.
though. You thought about it that much, you wanted to shove your bones up your ass.
That was the act.
What was with the burns? I've never heard.
It was threatening
Strange.
language, Mr. Styles. I was being a tough guy.
Okay. Anyway, there's a few flaws in your plan. One that he's been dragged off to the jail, and we've made it in there, or we've struggled to escape when we was friends with the town. Now the town hates us, or the pillock running the town hates us. I don't think that's the best idea.
On the contrary, I think that is the best idea.
Well, it's the
I
best.
say,
Go on.
I say we go and have a look at this this cabin, the house. See what's going on.
Well, maybe, yeah. Like we carry on as we are, falling out. You're looking for a new group to hang around with. You go check this place out. Maybe if they're looking for some kind of loyalty test, maybe
They'll
you
get
can
you to-
offer to
Yeah.
break their man out of jail. Yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
And then we'll have them right where we want them.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we need to do all this when we could just burn the house down, but this is more fun.
Information is important. If
Oh
we
yeah,
just go burn the
information,
house
yeah,
down,
Yeah, information.
they will go to ground. They will
Might have documents and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we want to learn as much about them as
Plus,
we can. Their numbers, their strengths, their influences.
Scarrig needs like more blood and hands and shit. So like,
Yeah, that's.
if
I
it's
mean,
all burnt to a crisp, you can't really have it, can he? So he needs
While,
his
while,
stuff.
while Mr. Scarrig is not here,
Hmm.
let's discuss the hands and blood for a moment.
And just before we discuss this, we cut back to Scarrick, who is sat in a warm, comfortable, familiar armchair, while the boys beat away on hot metal, a large drink in your hand, just regaling a story.
I was literally about to say, can I memory check? Had I had a dream, and when I came out of that dream, did I pour something out of the
The main
alchemy jar? Did I try? What did I pour? I
haven't
poured some
poured- you
tested
haven't-
one, didn't I?
Done anything out of it yet?
Yeah, but I did it. What do you know? I haven't actually poured anything yet. Okay.
You've had a dream.
I would just like to test the mayonnaise.
Okay, so as you're sitting there, you've poured a few drinks out of the jug, and the boys are working away at their own.
I've already
stores,
poured
which
beer,
you're-
and yeah.
which you're talking about. Can you only use it once a day, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you sat with the jug in hand, regaling stories of the war, and you go tip your goblet round and tip the jug, and as you pour it, your mind just flicks to a second to the dream that you had, where the candle was growing dim, and then everything turned red, and you put the jug down and take a sip, and instantly your mouth was coated in a irony warm fluid, and spitting it out into your hand, you see your hand is covered in blood. You look into the cup. It is full of blood. And
That's
it's
when I
sm-
chose to pour beer then, is it?
Well, you've been pouring beer all day, and it's when you thought
Okay.
about the dream that it
Okay.
poured blood instead. And I presume you
just start
fired at them
laughing.
boys.
Like, as it starts dribbling down my mouth.
The guys are too busy at this point working on
Oh,
their new armor
they're
for
hammering
it.
away, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we cut back to the alley. Action.
Yes, this business with the hands and the blood, he's probably laughing about it right now to himself. I don't know. Like some sort of sinister madman. Mr. Ozzy,
Yes.
I don't quite understand this blood obsession, this hand obsession. You're much closer with him. I believe you've broached the subject several times.
No hand obsessions.
I'm more of
Several
a foot
times.
guy myself.
What exactly is Mr. Scarrick's deal? What is he doing?
Well,
Should we be concerned?
I was concerned. He's like a brother to me, and it's very out of character. However, he's always done right by me, and he's always done the right thing. He's always, so I trust him. I question it sometimes, but ultimately, I trust him. And maybe we should just let loose a little bit and just, chop off hands, take some blood if we want it. Fuck it. Who's gonna stop us?
Now, I'm all for a justice, an authoritative justice. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm quite a laid back kind of guy. But it makes me feel uneasy.
I get it. I get it.
Somewhat.
But look, I trust his judgment. He's been around a lot longer than me and you. And
That is true. I've been around for like
and he knows
a few weeks.
he knows what's best. He knows the right thing to do, and so I'm just, we're following his footsteps a little bit. And
Yes.
if
I
that
just-
helps, it's for the greater good, and it helps us achieve, good things, then maybe we just go along with it a bit.
Yes, I worry about some paths. You walk so far down them, there's no turning back, and
Yeah.
This looks to be a dark path to me, and I'd hate to lose.
Well,
Mrs. Garrett
see, I
further.
thought that, and I think Scarrig even thought that. I think he was a bit unsure at first, but I think now he's had time to think about it and work things out. I think he's realized it's not a dark path, and it's probably, you know, I trust his judgment, you know. Like, I think if he thinks it's the right thing to do, then I think it's the right thing to do. I just
I see.
gotta trust him. I mean, those
Yeah,
people,
absolutely.
those hands he took and blood he's taken, they're not good people. You know?
No.
So, I mean, if he did it to, like, one of the mud children, then maybe we might need to question it a little bit more.
Yes, I'm obviously not one to judge. I woke up on this beach nearby, and suddenly I could kill things with merely a whim, and I appear to suck the life force out of things. And
Yeah, maybe we should be questioning that.
nope, no follow-up questions. So I know how it feels to have a darkness inside you. You know, I didn't ask for these powers. I just have them, and I'm willing to sort of be understanding of Mr. Scarrig and what would appear on the surface to be quite a dark domain. You know, there's still light in him, and as long as he can manage that, then
He's
that's...
all light. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He's all light. Like, don't
Yeah.
look. I know him more than anyone. He's a good man, dwarf. He's a good dwarf,
Yes.
and he always does the right thing. He's always done the right thing. So
Yes. People can change, though, Mr. Ozzy. People can change.
well, they can
Look at
drift.
my sister. And then I open my bag and I say, "Look, actually, she's not there. She's on the shelf." You know, look at my sister. You know,
Maybe
She turned against
your sister's
her
probably
own
always been a bitch. She might have drifted like,
probably,
"Ooh, I
actually.
might be nice." Nope, bitch. You know.
Mr. Styles, what are your thoughts on Mr. Scarrig's bloodlust and hand collecting?
It's yeah, it is a little bit strange, but then I have seen you put your hand into people.
Yes, I've seen Mr. Ozzy do the same as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
We all have different results.
yes, you killed the last man. You put your finger into his brain. Remember? He
Now,
collapsed shortly afterwards.
that was never proven in a court of law.
Well, it was quite obvious that you killed the man. We
Well,
all
what
saw
else
it.
could have caused it?
Well,
We all saw it.
on the surface,
You fingered his ear, and he drops dead 5 minutes later.
now I did that because I thought it'd be pretty cool.
Oh, so you did mean to kill him?
No. This was merely an intimidation.
Look,
tactic.
back
It
out.
was-
We won't question your murderous intentions if we
How is this on me now?
if we just, you know, don't ask too many questions of my boy Scarrick.
Absolutely.
But enough. What do we think the blood's for? Do you
Yeah,
think
what-
he's drinking
that
it?
is
He
a-
told
that's a
me.
really
He
good
told me
question.
it's for like forging and stuff. Like it's completely innocent stuff.
Is
like,
that how forging works? I don't know if I understand
he said
metal work.
he said that like you can make it. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to know how you forge. Something about making the metal stronger if it's like mixed with blood or something.
Yeah, I've seen things, and I've yeah. That's well. What do I know? Know what these dwarfs are like with the forging and the magic.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm a man of the sea.
The dwarves are masters of forging and metalwork and stone
So they would
masonry and all that stuff. Like
They
he
would know.
knows. Let's stop questioning Scarrick. He's good. He's a good man. He's doing. I know he's doing the right thing. So don't worry.
All right.
Okay.
Packard says to himself in his head, "I'm going to keep an eye on that, Mr. Scarrig."
So,
Should we? Yeah, we need to get back to our plan and
Oh,
our.
So
Bruise.
the Scarlet Brotherhood. I don't really care for them.
Not
I
a
don't
fan.
care for this town. I don't care for its guards. Captain Pollard or whatever his name was. But a bit of good old revenge.
Yes,
My bloodlust is up.
that's motivation enough. I was going to give you an inspirational speech about children, but I gave it earlier. But you know, it was really good. So
It was
let's
really
go
good.
with
I heard it.
let's go with the bloodlust
Well,
revenge angle.
I mean, my motivation for this, aside from revenge, is for Gellin. Like, he's a friend, and although his relationship with Camilla was questionable, and he is potentially a dolphin, I feel I owe it to him to resolve the issue, and I want to as a friend. That's it. That's just me, you know.
Let it be known that the Mr. Men look after their friends.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
We're not
Now-
the kind of band that abandons each other, are we?
Of course not.
We would want to be in a
Never.
band like that. Or, am I right?
No, that would be a dreadful band, Mr. Ozzy. That's the opposite of a band. A band that leaves the band is not a band.
A band without the ing on the end. Just a band.
Yes.
No ing.
I hate to say it, but are we going to need the dwarf?
We're gonna need
Yes,
a dwarf.
of course.
We're gonna need a
to-
dwarf. We need to go get him.
the bloody
Let's
dwarf.
stop. Oh, well, we need to be separate though, because
Yes,
we're
well,
falling out.
Mr. Styles needs to.
No.
We need to rough you up a little bit and chuck you out this alleyway, and you
Well,
go first.
Before we do the rough and tumble, we need to be clear on what our objectives are. Mr. Styles needs to make himself known to the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Oh, you
in
can take the
Beach Hut.
token. Be like, hey, I'm one of you.
Take the token. Maybe not pretend to be one of them, because
Okay.
I think they'll figure that out right away. But perhaps he can inquire about membership. Perhaps he can offer to.
I
Spree.
don't think it's a club pay card. I don't think it's a subscription service.
True, but I feel like in a sort of secret invasion style takeover, they will want as many people under their influence as possible. So I think they'd be more than happy to have a former Mr. Men member. In fact,
yeah.
they might want you to infiltrate us, which is another
I
interesting.
mean, everyone wants to infiltrate everyone.
Yes, but still, it's
I want to
probably
infiltrate
worth,
that girl over there. Giggity.
It's probably worth seeing how they respond
Yeah,
to your
yeah. We'll
advances.
take it from there. We'll wing it like we always do.
And then we will reconvene later, and perhaps they'll want us to do a jailbreak, which could be fun. Perhaps they'll want you to murder us all in our sleep. We'll figure that out.
As you're saying this, I'm like scooping up some mud on my hands, and like I walk over to Styles. I just like slide it down the side of his face.
Oh dear.
There you go, roughing you up, and I like rip the top of his like top.
I push him and I was like, no,
What?
I think we should just kill him. I don't, infiltrate, isn't it? Nah, just kill him.
Well,
They'll
no.
get mad. They'll go for revenge and they might kill Captain Pollard for us.
Now, I do think killing them is a good route to take, but I think if we have an opportunity to learn at least 5 key facts about them before we kill them, I'd be a big fan. So,
They might have some good booty in there if it's like smuggling shit.
the important factor here is they have people in high places doing things, probably influencing the king, probably influencing the town. We need to figure out who those members are that are under the Brotherhood's influence and eliminate them. If we just kill the Brotherhood outright,
Someone else will
without
just take
learning
that
anything,
place.
yeah,
Like,
it'll just be another beach hut full of drongos at some point.
yeah, and it might not end with them. You know, it might go higher up. We need
goes all the
the
way to the top.
information first, and then we
might-
can kill him.
Be connected
Right,
to the king.
you've You can only use the sending stones once a day, can't you? Did we say that?
Once
Okay.
each way. Paghan's
Once
already
each way.
used it.
Just while you
so-
decide, I need a quick wee break.
So I used it to. Oh no, we did it to each other, didn't we?
No, you messaged me. I responded from that message,
Hmm.
and then we've got
So you
one
can-
use
so you
for
can-
the other
so
one.
you can send one off
Yeah,
your stone. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we finally figured out how it should be done.
Yeah. So we've got a message in Mr. Ozzy's stone
Yeah.
ready to go.
Alright.
And grab a drink.
Right, bye everybody.
See you.
Oh dear.
As we, I know we're still in the alleyway, aren't we?
Hmm.
I just say to Styles, Styles, if you seem keen on avoiding this like plan, if you don't feel up to it, if you don't feel like you can do it, I can do it instead. Like I don't mind doing some infiltrating.
Give us your sending stone.
Okay. Hand him the sentence.
Right.
Mr. Styles
So-
can do this. I have every bit of faith in him.
Right, so you two go get the dwarf.
Yep.
I will make my way to the house. You cast message and tell me when you want to go in. You want me to go in when you're in position. When, if it all goes tits up, I will send a message. Is it? Oh, you have to speak it. Don't you? Yeah, I'll send you a message and
Yep.
you rush in and save me. Yep.
We should have a code word so that you don't rouse suspicion if you're in the presence of someone. But yes, we will be nearby, ready to.
Bones up the butt.
Yep. That could
You
the
should be
code
able to
phrase.
slip that into a sentence real easy. Bones in the bum. That's the code word.
That is officially the code word.
Bones the. How you
Yes,
spell it?
write
Two
it
T's
down.
and butt.
Yep.
I'll accept bum
Or bum or
bottom.
butt. Booty.
if you-
Right, so I think there's only one thing to do.
If we hear
and at
that, we go.
I push Ozzy as hard as I can.
I'm glad you said Aussie. That was pretty me.
So where you are on the bridge, you've sheltered between where two of the shops and stores on here. The roofs overlying, so you've been out of the rain in this sort of dry thing. However, pushing Ozzy pushes him back into a stack of crates next to the edge of the bridge. Ozzy, I need you to make a dexterity save.
Dexterity save. So I've been rolling my new dice and it's been like shit all. So I've picked up my natural 20 dice and what have I rolled? Fucking natural 20.
Okay, so you've rolled a natural 20, so I will give you this option.
26.
He's pushed you, and you immediately hit the crates and feel yourself falling back over the edge of the bridge.
Oh shit.
It is up to you if you want to fall in, or grab on, or grab onto the side. It's up to you what you do.
I make a massive meal of it, like smash into the back of the crates. Styles, you fucking son of a bitch! And I fall back over the railing, and I purposely chuck myself in.
Yeah.
And as I'm falling down, like, Styles, I hate you! Splash.
Nice. Nice.
Is it a fast flowing?
It's tidal.
No, then I'll just like make my way to the edge.
Yeah, you can swim your way to the edge fairly easily.
And I shout, Packard! Packard! Come on, let's get out of here. Let's leave this low-life scum.
I say yes at once. Let's leave this. You shit.
I shout back. Try not to land on your tail. We forgot about.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Is your tail okay, Mr. Rossi?
It's fine. There's loads of people like watching and stuff as well. Like
So,
we're making a.
At this point, like, you've been having this conversation underneath there for a while. And you see a few of the bridge windows sort of open up, and people are peering out the shutters. There's a few people on the docks watching, and a few people just like working around the market area who just sort of look across as you fall in. A few run down to come and like help you out of the water and stuff like that.
Oh, thank you. I'm fine. It's just what a prick. Never liked that guy anyway. Looks like it's the end of the Mister Man. Ugh, what a shame. Damn shame. Oh well.
It was a good run.
It was a good
The
run.
Mr. Men are officially over.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, tell those kids they're not allowed to play the Mr. Men
Tell
anymore.
everyone tell everyone you know. Mr. Man done.
Yep.
Fuck that.
He nods and sort of, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell them I'll kill anyone that uses the phrase Mr. Men.
Well,
You're on the bridge at this point. Like,
Oh, and I yell, I'll kill anyone that says Mr. Men out loud.
Packard.
I'll hear you.
two
Packard.
people like
Come on.
side eyeing.
Let's get out of here. Leave
All
that
right.
loser. And then I cast a message into Starter. You're not really a loser. I love you, actually.
Styles, I presume you storm off the bridge heading towards the Crabber's Cove.
Yes.
And you guys head to pick up Scarrick.
Yeah, we'll head to the forge.
We go to the forge then.
What time is
As
it?
you arrive at this point, so it was midday when we started. I'd say at this point it's probably middle of the afternoon, 4 or 5. The clouds are still grey and there's still slight drizzle overhead, and it's hard to tell how late in the evening it is beginning to get.
Okay.
But you are coming into evening.
We haven't had a long rest for a while, have we?
No, because you did all the base, then you came back. I'd say you probably had a long rest on the vessel on the way
On the
back
ship when we were waiting.
because you were just
good.
sitting and travelling.
Oh, thank God for that.
Um,
Good.
Yeah. So you make your way to the blacksmith's and see the smoke rising up, and hear the sound of hammering from within the warm
I
fire.
Ching,
open the door.
ching,
Got a blacksmith's in.
ching, ting, 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 ting.
Well, that sounds like
You
a
open the
blacksmith.
door.
Yes.
I'm just hammering away.
And I say, Mr. Scarrick, you son of a bitch.
Scarrick! Scarrick,
Oh,
you there?
no, lads. Yeah, come on in.
I gingerly close the door behind us, like looking around for anyone watching.
So, what's the plan? And I'll just lay my piece down by the coals.
I go and give him a hug.
Normalise.
I'm like, oh man, I was worried for a minute that we was like actually fighting, and then I remembered it was all part of the plan.
It was
It's
your
good to
plan,
see you.
wasn't it?
I turned to
might have been.
Mr. Ross and I say, we weren't actually fighting,
No,
Oh, of course not.
but I said all those mean
Mr. Man,
things.
I mean, we're our friends.
we didn't actually mean those mean things, did you?
I called Mr. Styles a shit.
Yeah, we didn't mean it, right? Right?
Right, well, the important thing is we're here now.
Right, we've implemented phase 1 of the plan. We have staged a big fallout between the Mr. Men. The Mr. Man as a term has now
we already
become
had that.
illegal to say. Yeah, but we've like reinforced it.
It's a big thing now.
It's a
All
big
the kids
deal.
are talking about it.
all the town know.
Yeah.
The pub, by the way, the Empty Net. Is it? Yes, the Empty Net. The Empty Net is shut. The guy's bailing on us.
Oh, shit.
It's not
Has
really
that
on
got
us.
to do with the new guards by any chance?
Pretty much, yeah. It's in the
Yes,
same way
indeed.
Gellen's now lying low. He's
Aye,
he's
they're
his
heavily taxing.
his thing's a bit more obvious, so he's actually skipping town. What do you say about
What do you mean
tax?
Yeah, what's that about tax?
Well, I had to pay 200 extra gold in tax
200.
for the war.
That's pretty much all the money you've made from the forge during the campaign.
I probably, well, not quite, but it's a lot.
That DM got it out of you eventually,
But,
didn't he?
I didn't want to start a fight with the guards, so
I
Right. Well,
I guess you did the right thing. I mean, I won't really know the protocol for something like that.
as unfortunate as your tax troubles appear to be, I believe it to be connected to our issues with the Brotherhood. So, with any luck, once we resolve that issue, the king's influence on the town will be less so, and things can go back to normal. So,
I hope.
we have a
I
plan.
don't know what.
Yep,
But
it'll definitely happen.
well, at the very least, we've implemented the plan to infiltrate the Brotherhood. Styles, I think, he's heading that way now.
So we must be hasty.
And we've got Packard's got the Sending Stone, and Styles has got the other one.
I thought you had it.
No, I gave him mine.
Oh dear. Oh, it was in my other pocket. Sorry. Sorry. Yes.
Don't lose. Do you want to give it to me?
Yes.
Right. Okay. See.
Hand him the stone.
Okay. Styles has got the other half of this, and he's going to message us if he gets into any trouble. I don't know what we want to do in the meantime. Do we want to just go scope the place out? Be there ready just in case?
I think we need to be in the proximity so that if
Yeah,
something happens, we are there to save him as quickly as possible.
Are you ready to get some hands?
What?
It's hands o'clock, baby.
Yeah.
Don't understand.
Hands, you love hands.
The hands, right?
Think about it.
Or is it
Hands.
feet as well? I don't know.
What hands?
We can get a couple of noses if you want. I mean,
You
Don't
want
any hands?
for the forge?
Oh no! I told you about that. I took his hands so I couldn't do magic. I don't like hands.
where are the hands now, Mr. Scarrick?
They're gone.
Gone. Gone
Ozzy-
where?
If I remember rightly, Ozzy
I
did see
disposed of
him.
them.
Ozzy did see him stash the hands.
Yeah, you've seen him take the hands. Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't.
put them in his bag.
Look, you can look in the
Yeah.
bag. There's no hands.
You put some body parts in your bag. What was it? The hands? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he didn't. You didn't hide putting hands in his bag.
He's put them somewhere else.
But I
though.
don't have the hands anymore.
Put them up his bum.
If you watched back on the YouTube
I
episode, what you
sacrificed
guys
them to
didn't
my
see is he burnt them in his forge.
Oh.
Oh, did he?
Which
I
did
can't-
happen.
I can't
Metagaming.
remember.
Okay, interesting.
Did you do that
Um,
on session? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sacrificed them to Pyreneus in the forge
Nice.
It's when he changed his
and,
idol.
drew a new symbol
Oh,
Yeah.
above
yeah,
the
yeah.
forge.
Yeah.
Do,
I say, well,
Are we
we'll
in-
get you some more hands.
are we in the-
'cause he's too lost your old ones.
we're in the forge.
You're in the forge now.
Would
yeah.
I
Yeah.
notice the change in the?
No, because it's above the
Like in the
chimney,
rafters.
like it's a hidden little slot
Okay.
that you
Yeah.
wouldn't really.
Yeah. Well. All right. Anyway, that's the plan. So
So, we
careful,
probably
my
shouldn't
friend.
walk
That's
out
patting
together.
you on the back. Don't joke.
So, we probably shouldn't leave together then.
No,
should
me,
we? Or,
me and Mr. Ozzy
at
will
least-
leave yelling
Oh,
something.
you could disguise me
Easy.
as Gavin or Davin.
Good, but I don't
I
really
could
want
leave with you.
to use it for that.
I've already used like my biggest spell slot to walk on water to bang on a window today.
Brilliant.
So we need to conserve our magic abilities. But
Okay,
it's fine.
just-
We'll storm out.
We'll
yell
just leave
something at
ahead of you, and then or it'll be after
then
you.
30 seconds later, you can leave.
Yeah.
And we'll
I mean, as far as the
Where am I
town
going?
knows, we're going to the Crabbers
that way
Cove.
beach hut. Near the hut.
Yeah,
We'll
you
stack up in one of the other huts.
As far as the town is aware, Picard and Ozzy, best of friends still, because we were always like the tightest in the group. But Styles and Scarrig got fallen out, gone separate ways.
Mm.
So we could be together.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll go ahead. Just give it like a minute, and
And we'll meet you at
and
one of
we'll
them
see you there.
shacks.
Get a cloak on. We need to go like incognito.
Mm.
And we need
Yeah,
to
I'll
be
just grab my
stealthy.
shield.
You really need to bring the shield. It's very big.
He may need it. If this turns into
Yeah,
a fracas,
true.
I want to be behind it.
Was there any like obvious hiding spots at Crabber's Cove? Like anywhere we could like overlook the
So-
houses?
There's a couple of options if you come to. How do I move you like that on the map?
Ooh.
So there is the cliff top up here, that's quite a way off, but you'd be looking down on all the houses, and you've got a good distance, but you'd have to descend the cliff to get there. There are the other houses along the way, or there's like the small ridge past it.
I
There's a
think we
few.
should stack up in one of the other houses because we'll be
Yeah.
concealed.
You've got
Yeah.
the close-up picture of the thing in your journals.
Ooh.
Of
there it
like
is.
the layout of the land. So it's the
Yes.
end house, which is considered the hideout, and
Yeah, and the other ones we looked at and they were sort of vacant. So if
Well,
we
we'll-
stack up
yeah,
in
we'll
the
try go to the
furthest
next one.
okay.
Yeah, meet you there, Gary.
Yeah.
So
Right, see you soon.
plan made. You head down in the light drizzle in the cooler evening air towards Crabber's Cove. Styles, you arrive first. What do you wish to do? You see, as you come to this dilapidated cottage that you'd seen before, the sand making its way through the. There are no main doors on it, it's just shattered wood and entranceways. Inside is dark, but there appears to be two entrances, as we call them. There's one to the bottom of the map. I ain't gonna do directions on this. Hang on. No, let me get you directions, because it's all about nautical. There's one to the west and one to the south.
So I'll go in the southern entrances, please.
Okay, that's this one over here.
Not. Oh yeah, because it's Saltmarsh.
Oh, yeah.
The
All the
map's
maps
out the
are
right
wrong.
way around.
All the
Yeah.
maps You wish to come in the western entrances?
Yes.
Very well. How you going? You going in, shouting, sneaking?
Just
Stealth.
walking. Not stealthy, not sneaky, not shouting. Just walking in.
All right. Then.
Just
first-
let me. Sorry, just to interrupt. Let me know when we get there, because when we do, I'm gonna. If we're gonna be in that house, I'm gonna get Ellie to sort of like fly in front so she can keep eyes on the building. Any angle that we
I'll
can't
say-
sort of cover.
Yeah. I will say then. Yeah, I'll let you know when you get there, and Ellie's circling above.
Yeah.
Okay. You come in. There's a large sort of entryway filled with scraps of wood, remnants of furniture, but nothing still intact. There is sand just piled across the floorboards, and it softens your footsteps as you come in. There is still no light.
There's no like. Why is it dark now?
Yeah, at this point with the grey skies and this point in the evening, night has come across. As you look back across the beach, you see the lights of Saltmarsh coming through the windows, but here it is dark.
Okay. So in that case, I put on my gogs.
Yep.
Can't deal with the quiet there.
I can't see it without my glasses.
Pull out your night vision scope.
Yeah. Night vision scope on, and I proceed through the next door.
As you come into this room, you see stacks of boxes and crates. Most look weathered and damaged. Some just wreckages. There's a large stack in the... We're going to say top of the map's north for this.
So I did come in the south.
Yeah, you've come in the south. In the northwestern corner, there is a stack of boxes.
Okay, so I walk up and inspect the boxes. Check, just
Okay.
scout around the room.
Okay. As you move some of the crates, you see an odd texture underneath. You move the wood out the way, and in an instant, this creature comes to life underneath. I'll show you what it is.
The trash man.
It's a crab.
This
That's
huge
trash.
crab erupts at you, its pincers just shattering through some of the wood. And this thing it's at least 4 feet wide. It's huge, the biggest crab you've ever seen. And it immediately starts snapping its pincers towards you and coming towards you. What do you do?
I draw my my rapier, but I take a step back. I'm not trying to be threatening.
Okay,
But
still
I've
moves.
drawn. So
It's snapping.
I'll step back again. Just see.
Oh, a crab.
It begins to towards you.
I'm just gonna step back again and just.
Fucking up the stairs.
You just walk see past it. Fucking hell. We see him walk past the street just like backwards with this crab chasing him. Just like, okay, the plan's going well then.
Okay, so this time I step forward and thrust at it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Thrusty motion.
Oh yeah.
14.
14. Your sword, as it moves forward, well, sideways towards you, just dink, comes off the crustaceans on its back and chips some of them off, but doesn't seem to damage it. It retaliates with a swipe of its claw towards you, but misses.
Okay,
As it
so
tries to snap at the sword attacking it.
annoyed, I go again.
Okay.
That's for 26.
26. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage. I think you get your sneak attack
12.
because there's nothing else around it.
Okay. 12. Sneaky. Total of 26.
Yeah. You find your aim and stabbing straight through where the hard outer shell meets its soft fleshy underneath. Your rapier just digs in, twists and pulls out, and the creature just falls lifeless to the floor.
I reached down and, not in a creepy, scaric way, but I ripped its two claws off.
The claws are bulky. We're probably talking at least like the size of your forearm.
Did I get my have I got the bag of holding back?
Yeah, I would have given you it back.
Yeah. So I rip them off and put them in the bag of holding.
Okay. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
That makes him claw wine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hello,
Ooh.
body. Where do you wish to go?
So I sheathe my sword and you sheathe a sword? Whatever you do to put a sword away, and I pass through the other doorway.
Okay. You see a long corridor that extends to the east and west.
So I turn east to go further into the house this direction.
There was a door just ahead of you in that corridor which blocked off the room. This area here is almost like a mezzanine. There are stairs that lead up to a second level, beaten, battered carpets on the floor, and the remnants of what would be sort of a curtain that would have covered the door at one point.
I just scan the floor for anything.
Make a investigation check. Or perception, depending if you're using eyes or feeling around.
I'm using my. Which one do I rolled well on investigation, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no. It'll be eyes. So is that perception? Yeah, it'd be eyes.
Well, if you're feeling about and doing that, then you can do that. If you're just standing and looking around.
I'd feel it'd be like as he's walking around, he'd be kicking things, so kicking the mat to make sure they want a trapdoor. So anyway, investigation was 21.
21. Okay. You make your way around the room, looking at the different things, and as you look at the way the walls are built, they're fairly simple wooden walls with large posts, and you notice a post in this corner here where it looks a little bit out of place. Why can't I trigger? Because I'm not on that. It looks a little bit out of place, and as you go and sort of inspect the panel next to it, it slides away to reveal a short corridor that leads to a trap door. At this point, I'll say the rest of you have arrived outside, made your way into the small cottage, and Ellie is now circling above.
Okay.
Do you want to make
So
a
we just
perception check,
need
Ellie?
to wait for Styles to arrive now.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Yes, we need to wait for the signal.
26.
Okay.
Oh wait.
And what she...
Is it with her thing?
I think you can sort of feel
I
through
think it's
her,
like
but I think you
advantage,
just
isn't
use
it?
hers.
Anyway, either way, it's 26.
What's she looking for exactly?
It's just looking for any sign of trouble or anything. Just keeping an eye on the place, basically.
Okay.
If you can see through a window and happen to see anyone or any styles or anything, then great. But she's just keeping an eye and alerting me to
from
danger.
above, the surrounding area looks okay. There isn't much around here. This sort of old abandoned cove. There isn't many places to hide on the beach.
Yep.
Styles.
I make my way and open the trapdoor.
Okay. Okay.
Before I go down it, I open it, and
Yep.
do I see anything as I open it?
Well, instantly as you open it, there is a bright spark of energy as runes that were drawn onto the top of it ignite. What happens
Always check for traps.
after a few inches of opening?
It's okay, he's a rogue.
There is an eruption of magical energy. This sphere blasts from the trapdoor, and I need you to make a saving throw, a dexterity saving throw.
$19.
Nice.
Do you get like advantage or shit with as a rogue?
I have.
19's fine. 19's fine.
Yeah, I've
so-
got proficiency in it in dex.
Oh, not that one. So you take 12 damage as the magical energy blasts you back, but you manage to almost twist your body so you land on like all fours rather than falling backwards and smashing your head into the floor.
Is that halved?
That is halved. It was 25, yeah.
But halved again, because I'm assuming you'll do like you have like evasion or what is it? What's it called?
Ooh, yeah. What you got? Look at your skills.
Like that on your features.
There is something in there.
Yeah, you get some uncanny dodge or something like that.
You can use your reaction to thingy. As you work
Yeah,
that out,
Where am I looking?
On your features and traits, you should have something like an uncanny dodge or something.
from the outside, you hear a huge explosion of sound, and you see
Oh, it's
the
loud,
sand
is
is.
it?
I believe so. It is magical energy. I guess maybe you wouldn't hear anything actually, but what you do see is this almost shockwave come through the wall, and the sand in the walls just blast out because there's so much sand in between the wood and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can tell something's gone down, and you would hear his body crashing to the ground from your proximity.
That's probably
Yeah, I've
fine.
got. Sorry, yeah, I've got uncanny dodge, so half it then.
Just 6 damage then. Nice.
Although, I'm just reading Uncanny Dodge. When an attacker hits you, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction to half attack damage. So I'm assuming that won't count in this, would it?
I would argue it wouldn't work for magic.
Yeah,
It's only
because you've been
'cause you're-
surprised.
I'll put the 6 back on.
12 damage
But I'm
for
sure
you.
rogues get something to do
Tick,
with
tick,
like
tick, tick.
dex saving throws.
Yeah, they get a check for traps.
You definitely get something.
He's not the best rogue. Leave him alone.
Maybe it's at a higher level because you're already level 6.
We'll see you blasted back through the small doorway, shattering through the wood that you'd left behind, but only taking 12 damage as you manage to turn and land on your hands and feet like a cat.
So we see like a flash of light.
You see like this shockwave sort of ripple through the building, so sand blasting out the walls and a weird
Okay.
shudder, and a few like of the old planks drop down and stuff like that.
Oh shit. Ellie's just seen like a bit of a shockwave in there. God, I hope he's checking for traps before he opens doors.
I'm sure Mr. Styles, a seasoned
He knows what
rogue,
he's
is
doing.
checking for
He knows
traps,
what he's
yes.
doing. He knows what he's doing. Look, unless he's dead.
He's got a stone. If you
Yeah, we'll wait for the stone.
cause.
So, do I, I don't know. Do I have to check again, or have I opened it? Is it?
I know it's open now.
Yeah. So I look down. Do I see anything?
Yes, you see a ladder that descends around 15 feet into more darkness.
I shout, I'm coming down, I mean you no harm. I just want to talk and I proceed down. Check traps on the ladder, any loose runs. And if it looks alright, I proceed down.
I'm going to say, benefit of the doubt here, the 20-foot blast radius of the trap that was on the thing would have dislodged any traps that are on the ladder, so you use your knowledge to descend
Can I just say as well, while we're still on the subject, I just checked your rogue thing. You're level 6. At level 7, you get something called evasion, and that's for dexterity saving throw things.
yeah.
That's the one where you can like get rid of the damage. Next level, when we level up.
At the end of this, because I just nearly died.
So you climb down the ladder, and as you turn, you see a corridor that seems to open out around 10 feet in front of you. There is a dim light in this chamber ahead.
Walk forward and have a scout around the room.
The subterranean chamber has like a rough stone wall around most of its sides and wood lining the north side and south side, with a passage coming along here. In the wood there are 2 doors to the north, one here and one here, that are both closed, and in front of you there is a large arched door with ironwork on it.
Can I hear anything? Can I hear people do? Can I sense that?
Make a perception check.
$23.
Okay. Okay. After your recent triggering of the trap, your wits are now super sharp. You come into this chamber and just stand, just feeling the air around you. You hear quiet breathing from the north, and it's hard to tell, but some sort of noise from the south.
I repeat my message. I just take a little step forward and repeat my message. I mean you no harm. I've come to seek you out. I want to talk. I want to parley.
At that, the door to the north opens. and a figure comes out. The figure is wearing a head-to-toe red cloak, which, in the illumination from the two lit torches, seems to just ebb and flow in this sort of fire-like essence around him. The light also flickers off a gold mask that covers their face. The figure slowly opens the door, comes out. You wish to parley?
Yes, my name is Styles Seaborn. I've come to render assistance or see if you're in need of a man with my skills.
How did you find this place?
I have contacts in Saltmarsh, and one of them told me about this place. I've recently departed a group of adventurers whose tactics and ways were boring me, and I feel I can achieve my goals more with your aid than theirs. I was with them to find the weaknesses of this town, but unfortunately my work has been undermined with the change of the captain, and I feel I would better serve you.
I see. What do you know of the Brotherhood?
I believe you want change. You don't like the status quo. The king in particular and his authority. The military. I have no taste for them these days.
Yes.
I do know that that the networks of smugglers are getting dwindled from the city, and I believe I may be help. I have access to a ship we should be able to take.
We are aware of your possession. You see, you and your friends, or ex-friends, have caused us some troubles. You stopped the captain who was organizing our smuggling at the house on the hill. There must be payment for this, and you must prove your worth to the Brotherhood. Bring your friends here to pay for their crimes. You will not be harmed.
That'll be hard to do, seeing as we've had quite some fallings out. I don't feel they're trusting me anymore. Maybe we could possibly lure them somewhere else.
I'm sure a man of your talent would be able to change their minds. Perhaps the allure of treasure? And with that, you see his hand just pull like gold coins out of his robe and sprinkle them across the floor.
That would work.
Bring them now. They will pay for their crimes and you will have entry to the Brotherhood.
And what is your name?
We do not talk in names here. But know this. I am now the leader of this sector.
I don't recognise the voice, do I, or anything? It's not familiar in any way.
Make just a general insight check or so.
I'm going to use a luck just to see if I can boost it anyway. 14.
14. You don't recognize the voice, and it's hard to get a reading. It would seem this person has practiced in speaking in a tone that is hard to detect. Whether it's their real voice, you're not sure.
Okay. Well, leader, I will do what you wish. And I make my way back up the ladder.
Don't be long, and we will be watching. And as you make your way back up, what do you wish to do? Change your outline.
I make my way back out the house. I'll, because I know they're watching, so I just look around. Well, I know the Mr. Men are watching, and I know I could be also watched. So do I see anyone? Do I see Ellie or anything?
You see Ellie as you look up into the darker skies. She sort of glints as she dives and comes around catching the raindrops. And how well are you guys hidden?
Well, I mean, we are trying to be sneaky in there.
Make a stealth check.
Well, I suppose them three could actually be out of sight, couldn't they? They don't, because they've got Ellie watching, so they don't have to have eyes on.
Yeah, they still need to make a stealth check.
Oh, fucking hell.
3.
3. Packard and
6.
and Scarag having a loud conversation.
Yeah, I was
it's
having a
taking
loud
him
conversation
so
with
long.
Packard because I was like, I don't know. I mean, there was that bang, and then I at least expected
Do we need to
maybe
go
a
in?
call, a courtesy
You might be
call.
dead.
As you come out, you hear faint voices on the wind come across, which, like, as Ozzy tries to shut them up, just like fall silent. But you know they're like in the next house.
Guys, I can see Styles.
Huh?
He's come out.
What?
Oh, what?
Speak up, I can't hear you. You're being too quiet.
There is the
Styles,
noise
is
of the
that
sea
you?
here crashing onto the shores.
Do I so do I notice anyone else? Any other eyes on me? Do a perception.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Excuse me, 23.
No.
I walk. I have to walk past the house there, and I just walk away.
He's just gone past. Has he forgotten about us? Did we tell him we was in here?
If I had to
Maybe
guess,
there was nothing in there.
As he's walking past, I'll cast message to him and say, Styles, everything all right? We're in the house here.
Do I have to whisper, or is it telepathy? But I have to whisper.
I think you said you say it out loud for message, don't you? But you can just whisper
Yeah, you can
it
do
quietly.
it. You can do it under your breath.
You can pretend to cover your mouth or whatever.
So I've made contact. Meet me back at the ship.
Oh right, okay.
I'll be there soon. So I want them to get to the ship first. So I'm gonna walk and have a quick pint in the what is it, Snapping Lion.
Okay. Yeah. After 30 to 40 minutes, you guys are back at the ship waiting, and then Styles comes back.
So when I get to the
Or wine on his breath.
when I get to the gangplank, I just shout up. I don't want to use the word mismet. Scarrick, Ozzy, Picard, are you there?
What the fuck do you want? You're not welcome on here.
I want to get the last of my things, and I might have a bit of business. For you, one last hurrah, maybe.
Not interested.
we don't want your business, you shit.
Fuck off, you bitch.
I burned all your clothes. after Ozzy had sex with them.
Can I at least come on and get the rest of my things, please?
Yes, you can
I've-
retrieve.
I've
you can retrieve the
splashed on
ashes.
them all.
I yeah. I start walking up the gangplank. And
I
I try
like,
and get us.
as he starts like walking up, I like look out to everyone like, what do you think you're doing on here? You're not welcome on this boat. Are you alright, man?
I still have a quarter of this boat. It's still mine. I'm entitled to come on here. I knew this was a waste
we're
of
not
time. I knew
your
you wouldn't
friends.
be interested.
Yeah, you shitbag.
There's a chance of a bit of treasure in it for you.
What?
Treasure.
Treasure.
Now you're speaking my language.
What did you find? What did you? Let's over here.
Come in my
come
office.
Let's go on the revolving
and we'll
bed.
speak. Fine, let's go into Ozzy's room and speak on the
Yeah.
revolving bed.
Or wherever you sit, just cross-legged on the revolving bed, facing each other while it slowly spins.
I searched the house. There was a giant crab.
Oh,
I pull out its claws and thought.
Nice.
I thought we could eat them, but Scarrick, I don't know if you want to worship them or whatever you're doing these days.
I don't know where this is coming from. How he's protecting us. He's stopping
But
a magic user.
If we boil them up in a bit of seawater and a bit of butter, they'd be nice. But anyway, I made contact with the new leader of the Scarlet Brotherhood for this
shit.
area.
Really?
He did emphasise the new, so it looks like the old one has either passed on or has moved on. He's happy for me to join, but there is a little forfeit, like a little tax, a little trial for me to do that I have to do first.
What?
He wants you lot to suffer and pay. So, do you remember that Captain were cleared out of the old mansion?
Captain Sambley.
vaguely.
Yeah, it turns out he was working for them.
Oh shit!
So
Really?
now, so they've been struggling. So he wants me to lure you back to the house where we've just come from, and I think they're planning to kill you.
Oh, that sounds
Right.
great.
They could try.
Yeah, that's normally how these things play out for us, so let's give it a go.
Now, here's the thing. What is the time bracket on this? Can we sleep on it?
He wants it quite urgently, but I suppose if we have another fight, I will go stay somewhere else and come
So,
and try again in the morning.
here's the thing. If you could perhaps delay him, because I
You
think
need a
if
rest pie card. You're looking a
I-
little bit.
I think if I rested,
We don't
and
need
really
a rest.
Hang on, let me. If I rested and really focused my brain, I could tomorrow have a spell that will create the illusion of death.
Oh.
So Styles could perhaps bring us in dead, and then alive we spring, and pow pow pow. I think, in theory.
What, you can do that to all of us, or just you?
I can do it to any willing creature that I touch,
Okay.
and they will be dead for 1 hour. They will be resistant to all types of damage apart from physical.
Can they wake up at any point they want, or are they just dead for an hour?
It's dead for an hour. I don't think I can
Yes.
prematurely end it, so we'd be on a real specific time
Bring the
schedule.
bodies, boys.
Yeah. I don't think that's a terrible.
I mean, I like-
It's a shame.
I like the thought. It's a shame.
Sounds like an extended DMT trip. Do you not fancy it, Ozzy?
I mean, I would be up for it, but we'd have to time it so perfectly.
It'd have to be so slick.
Well, I say we jaunt back now, and
No, I guess so. So what's the plan, boys? We act like we are.
we're in for the treasure.
We're looking for treasure, and they're going to ambush
The only
us.
problem is I don't know what their numbers are. The room downstairs had 2 doors to the north or the west. I got a bit turned around.
I
No.
don't think
Quite
we need to
confused.
worry about that.
Yeah,
We'll be
we'll be
fine.
fine.
I think the
Who's aware
only
to-
only problem is that we're walking. We know we're walking into an ambush, but we are still walking into an ambush. Like,
Mr.
I mean,
Ozzy makes an
we
excellent
could-
point. We don't benefit from
I mean, do
knowing
you
about
want
it
to
if
bring
we just
in
walk in.
allies? Like,
Who do we
get
have?
some
we need
guards
we
to
need a
come
car.
and
We need
help
something
us?
up our sleeve.
We can't let the guards, because as I say, that coin I found, we've been dropped by the guards. Someone killed,
Aye.
or someone cut the tongue out of what's his chops in the jail, so they've got access to the guards.
No one can be trusted. You're correct.
What advantage can we give ourselves
We could
knowing
hire
this information
some
in advance?
lizard folk to be waiting outside, and then we'll give them a sending stone. We'll drop the message, and they'll steal Team 6.
How about
Lizard Team 6.
how
Lizard Team 6.
how about
How about we just burn the house down?
there is that option? How about I go invisible, and
Oh.
you say, Ozzy
Ozzy got away.
Ozzy wasn't interested, but I got these two, and I can also be there, and I can have the surprise on them, maybe.
I think that's tasty. Very tasty.
That's an excellent idea. Unfortunately, I tripped going in and hurt my wrist slightly.
Classic
if I was
styles.
to rest till the morning, would that repair my wrist?
You can heal on a short rest, to be fair, if you use
Yes,
your
sir.
hit dice.
Yeah.
And if you do, and you're with me, if I just play a nice little chill tune on the guitar, you can add an extra D6, D8? No, wait. Something. He has an extra something. D6.
One of them somewhere, but I can't see it. An extra D6.
You should be
So
able to
how
get
do I do
that.
this? Short rest.
I think there's a button at the top of your thing.
Yeah.
So, as you guys talk over the plan, you will say you can all have a short rest while you just discuss, make your decisions, fill up on some food, some drink, and just wait a bit of time before heading back.
Okay.
So 3, and you said an extra D6, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oswald. Yeah, I want something back. I got some health back.
I think you can use as many hit dice as you.
You can use as many as you want, but you only regain them on a full thing.
How many hit dice do you have?
Oh, alert, I think.
Yeah, I've got 6.
Wait, it says short rest.
Yeah. You should be able to roll enough dice to get back to full health.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. I might have fucked it up, but I think I'm healthy now.
You'll be alright.
Excellent.
You can look at it later.
So other than me going invisible and getting the jump on them, any other ideas how we can play this to our advantage?
Let's just all check our equipment and spells to see if there's
Aye,
anything
that's.
funky
Let
we
me
picked
just
up.
hold
on our
on.
journey.
Grab a drink,
What's
I'll
the
have a
next?
quick look through your inventory. What have we got?
I'm going to put my seeing goggles on.
Are you all ready?
Radar.
If so.
What's your plan? As you leave the ship, heading back to the cove.
Well, I'm
As
gonna
we
when we
as
get
we're walking down the camp flank, I'm going to turn around and go. Well, fuck you, Ozzy. You eat shit and die. We could have had one last Mr. Men adventure, but you sitting there sulking, strumming with your whatever you strum with them.
strumming my dick, and I'm thinking about your mom.
Oh, we're gonna go in and kind of. No, I did this way.
I missed the plan. Who's with you?
Plan.
I thought
was
we were
me.
going in and like
Yeah,
pretending
we're all.
to be.
Yeah, but the Aussie isn't.
Ozzy's
but I'm going to be
behind
invisible.
Oz is now invisible.
And you
Scarecrow
two.
pay card are there.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
at
okay.
least, at the very least, like I get the jump on someone or something.
Yeah.
So, you cast invisibility. Just use that for now. So you head back in. Are you heading straight down?
Give me 1 second just to see if this spell is going to be useful to me. Hell, let's just go down. I'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, so it's down here, guys. There's a treasure room full of treasure.
I love treasure.
Thought you would.
So you climb down the ladder and head into the room.
And Scarrick, there's a big pile of hands that you might be interested in.
Oh, that's just I can't anymore. I can't. Yeah. So wait, where's this treasure you're saying? Oh, hi.
Welcome. Please. Come in.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting
treasure?
people. Oh, and hello to you too. Styles, you didn't say there was going to be people.
No, you just said treasure.
Can I make
Yeah,
my
what-
way
what-
into like?
What?
Where's the pile of treasure,
a
guys?
corner.
It was here a minute ago.
Where you want.
And just sort of like crouch down, like ready.
Styles. Where is the other one?
I couldn't convince Oswald to come, unfortunately. He
Oswald.
and as I said, I move round and stand at this side of the table facing them to him.
I say yes. Mr. Ozzy was still quite angry at Mr. Styles, and I don't quite understand what's going on here.
It's on Styles.
Oh,
Oh, God damn it.
good.
What do I have to do?
Roll
Well,
deception.
deception. Yeah. Is it truthful? Well, we know it's not.
22.
Nice.
Nice. Well, this will do. Please come sit. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
What do you mean this will do? We were promised treasures.
There
you
will
guys?
be treasures in the place where you are going.
This room? The next room? Is there another room?
Come down, you two.
You
And-
two? The band? They're here?
With that, two
Fucking
more
Bono.
members enter behind, and they position themselves
Oh.
behind you two.
Oh, there's some chappies here now. Some cheeky little chappies. Hi.
I don't know if you're planning like a surprise party or something, but we're not really a thing anymore, you know. So
Yeah, well,
I'd
the Mr.
rather
Men
not,
is,
you know.
is through, so we're actually probably going to leave.
Which
I'm afraid we cannot let you leave.
Paul? Which one of these are talking? Is it this
It's
one?
the one
I
you're
can't
next
tell.
to, yeah.
Is he the leader from earlier? Have I identified that?
Yeah. The others, although they all look very
Skeletor 1 or
similar,
Skeletor 2?
although they all look very similar, each one has a different mask, a different pattern on the mask, so you can tell them apart.
Ozzy needs to get into position quickly.
Um,
It's not going to do any good in the corner.
Unfortunately, we cannot let you leave. You have disrupted our plans, and the plans of the old one,
Oh, that's our
for
apology.
too long.
Our bad. We didn't mean to. We were just dealing with smugglers. I
Who
mean,
who is the old one?
oh yeah. Who is this old one?
And at that, they all chant, "The old one will rise again."
But, so I
Thank
been-
you.
I pull out my
Styles.
rapier and I point at a pie card. And
Jeez Louise.
I say, I've been wanting to do this a long time. And at that I shout, bones up your bum, and I lunge at the guy I'm stood next to.
Okay, so he has his hand on your shoulder, so I need you to make a contended dex roll. So just basically roll for initiative.
roll for initiative. How the fuck's that one? It seems to
In
be
fact,
that one.
it's all going to kick off. So let's
Yeah,
all roll for
can
initiative.
we get the drop on these guys and get like an opportunity attack or something? A little. Because he said he
21.
said the code word, so we are
He did
ready.
say the cones.
We're
he
ready
did
to
say the
strike.
code word. So I'm going to say, because there was an initial plan, the leader is going to be contended against Styles first.
Mm.
Then you two will get one move against those two, and then we'll go into initiative. So
Because I'm
Styles,
invisible, do I get a free attack on this guy in front?
you're technically not part of it. So yeah.
20,
But I mean,
21.
yeah, you've got the drop.
Yeah.
21. Okay. Make an attack with your rapier.
He's drinking out my stein.
'24.
24.
I got a natural 20, but on D&D
you did.
Beyond this time.
Oh,
Hang on. Let's deal with Styles first. Right. 24 to hit Styles. Perfect.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
And 6. And
6
30.
damage.
Yeah, what was sneak attack? Right.
I thought you got your sneak attack when there was no person around the person you were attacking. It's like part of your
No, you get it.
rakish audacity.
Roguish Audacity. You get it if it's a surprise.
surprise! That's all.
If you have
This was a
advantage.
surprise,
If you
motherfucker!
Yeah,
have
we'll count it
advantage
as a
on
surprise.
You have it if
Yeah.
there's someone
Yeah.
next to you.
Okay.
And I think you get it if you...
He gets it special.
Yeah, you get something special about it.
Yes, it's special.
10 total. One of the best rolls.
10. You
Surprise, motherfucker!
So dealing with you two first, the thing that triggers you to action is you begin to feel a burning sensation on your shoulder where this person has his hand wrapped around it, and you instantly recognize the feel of magic begin to course through your body, and your instincts are sharp enough that you can immediately just throw his hand off, shout bones up your bum, and draw your rapier and stab it into him. He falls back, grasping the rapier. Kill them all! And then we will go to Picard. What do you wish to do? As this one now sort of whips open his cape and brings his hands up ready to cast.
I literally lunge forward, ghost hand, right into his chest, and I cast Inflict Wounds.
Yep.
23, I presume, hits.
Yes, that hits. Roll for damage.
I'm very happy I did my highest level Inflict Wounds. Dice everywhere. 43 damage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy instantly turns.
It
Yes.
explodes.
Yeah. He,
I like to think I pull his heart out, like,
wow.
and all this like
Yeah.
necrotic, everything is rotting around where I've dug in, and I pull it out, and I just fucking, it turns black in my hand, and I just fucking burst it in front of him.
Yeah. So, like you say, as you pull out, this black hole just begins to envelop from his chest, spreading and and black just goes through his veins into his eyes. His eyes instantly just turn fully black and begin to dribble down his cheeks as you've got this heart in your thingy, and it just runs down your arm in this fluid. He's dead.
That was tiring, but worth it. Worth every moment.
Yeah. Garrick?
So I'll also just spin and I kind of throw my warhammer, what I call it, after it slides out towards the guy's head.
Nice.
For a 14 to hit.
14 hits, yeah. Roll for damage.
Five damage.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, yeah.
Okay. So that'll be
And
your
then
one
obviously
for
go
now.
for my second. Do I not even?
I'll say, go on then. I'll say
second
get your
swing.
second in. Go on. You cheeky.
then, you
So-
cheeky lad.
As I've like launched it past his head, sort of like clipping his head.
Yep.
I obviously stop it at the pommel and then wrench it backwards at
Pull it back.
like something from the back of the head.
Okay.
For a 16 hit, which is. Do I do it? No, well, that's my fault. That's 10 damage on that one.
Nice. You knock this guy into a daze as
I wonder why Scarrig, you always seem to start stuttering and stuff when we're fighting.
yeah.
It's never when we're
It's
role
weird,
playing.
isn't it?
You're sorry.
Like, it's fine when you're role playing, but as soon
Whenever
as
you
you're
start
trying to tell me a
rolling
dice
dice and
roll,
stuttering,
I can't hear a
that's-
fucking
that's-
thing.
Maybe it's the fight music.
Well, I get.
Breaks
Is there a
in.
way of turning off the virtual dice? Maybe is that like
Maybe.
using up something?
It could be.
Maybe.
Roll
That's
real
the only thing
dice,
that's
like
changing is me rolling the dice.
cool people will roll real dice.
Right. So what did you get? It was 5 and 10. wasn't
10.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 and 10.
so 15 in total. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. Ozzy, what are you doing?
So that natural 20 that I rolled was
Mhm.
for initiative.
Okay,
So it's 24 on the initiative.
I'll put that up there then.
And as soon as, like, I'm sort of like creeping towards that guy, and as soon as he say bones up the bum, I sort of like
Yeah.
lunge towards him, and
Yep.
in his ear, he hears, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And I cast Dissonant Whispers. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 11.
So he fails. So he takes 3d6, which isn't great. 8 psychic damage, and must use his reaction to move as far away as from me as possible.
Okay, you see him run down the corridor, which you can now see extends this way, but then he runs out of sight. Okay, rest of you roll initiative.
So I
Okay.
already rolled mine earlier. I'm
What'd
not
you get?
gonna not say what it was. It was a 0.
You can't roll 0.
That's not
Do
possible.
you have -1 on it?
Yeah, you can when you have a -1.
I got my 0 dice. And the others.
I got 21 on the initial roll. Do you want to roll it again?
No, it's fine. If you've rolled it already, that's fine. And Picard?
My card is 17.
13. Okay. This could be a short fight then, because they rolled like a 7. So, top around, it's Ozzy again. You see this figure turn and run, hands over its ears, into the darkness.
I'm going to chase him. Like, get back
Okay.
here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, 20.
So you see it extends down and he's gone into this door here.
How far can he move, though? He can only move his speed.
Yeah, he moved 30. He was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, okay.
So he's like here. So you can get to him.
Oh, can I? Okay. I thought you had to go down.
You
the
move. Hmm?
Okay, so I can move to...
Yeah,
Can I
we'll
see
say
him
he's there.
there?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
he's
not a wall
you
in
did-
the way. That's a door, is it?
It's a door.
Ah,
The door's like
I see.
barged open. He's just like running into this room.
I see. So yeah, I chase after him like, "Can't run away from me!" And I will.
You're up next after this, Styles.
Yeah, I come around the corner, and like do a knee slide and like on the guitar like into the doorway, and
Okay.
cast Shatter. And he needs to make another Wisdom save.
Okay. 10.
Oh no, wait, con save. Sorry.
Con save. 10. Same.
and from the guitar, like this loud, ringing, intense noise erupts from it, and he takes 3d8. My room stack, I can't see. I'm gonna roll on here. I can't see what the d8s are. He takes 17 thunder damage.
Nice. Does it shatter him, I presume?
If he dies, maybe that would be cool. So if he dies, the shock waves emanate out, and it's like almost like freezes him for a second, like, and then it just shatters into a million pieces.
And all you see, like the robes just begin to because he's just in this huge red robe, and the mask instantly flies off, and behind it is just these shards of face which are just like blowing out, and then the robe just like bellows and flaps and chains as his body is just blown to bits inside it, and then it all falls to the ground in front of you.
I think that's the first time I've used that spell as well. I'm like, oh shit, upgrades.
Nice. Styles, you're next. Also, when you were like, my room's dark, I was like, it's broad daylight.
No.
Because you've got your background on.
It's real bright in that harbour town. What are you on about?
Like, I can't see what my dice are. They're over there. I can't see.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
Styles, it's you.
Does a rapier count as a light melee weapon?
It says on it.
I would say so.
It's a finesse.
Yeah, I've just been reading, and I've got 2-weapon fighting. I can use the second weapon as
You can use a rapier and a dagger, I believe.
yeah. I can use the second one as my action. So I'm gonna. But then can I disengage, or have I? I can
I think,
disengage.
do you use your second one as your bonus when you're doing your 2-weapon fighting?
I can't remember. I don't understand the proof.
Disengage is a bonus action.
So when you're taking attack action, attack with a light bonus, you are holding your hand, and you can use your bonus. Yeah, so it uses my bonus action.
Yeah, so if you want to attack with 2 hands, you use your action bonus. If you want to attack and disengage, attack with your main rapier and then disengage with your bonus.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack with my main rapier then.
Okay.
Don't you get your sneak? What's this thing about you having sneak attack as well?
I can't use it here because it's not. I ain't got advantage, and I ain't got. He expects it, and it was 11 to hit.
11 to hit. He, holding on to the rapier, what he does is, as you try and draw it out to strike, he just grabs onto it. You see blood as he coughs come through the gold mask, it dribbling down the metal, but he begins to laugh as he's holding onto it. Still penetrated in him, but not letting you strike.
Okay, can I pull it out to disengage?
Yeah.
So, just because obviously it's been a while, I'm just reading your character sheet.
Been a while.
Part of your swashbuckler thing, you can, if you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature can't make an opportunity attack against you, so you don't need to disengage. That was the bonus you had. So you can attack and move
That
away
was it.
for free. So you do have a free bonus action if you want to use it for 2-weapon fighting. Also,
Dagger.
you don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against the creature if you are within 5 feet of it.
And there's no other
And
enemies
there's no
around.
other creatures within 5 feet of you. So that ticks all the boxes, so you can do all of that stuff.
Okay, so I am going to use my. While he's grabbing onto my rapier, I'm going to come up with my other hand with my knife.
Dagger.
Nice.
Can you use sneak attack on a bonus attack or not, or is it only on your main?
I will read it while you
First
do it.
attack.
That was
Well,
16.
James is going
I
to be
feel
sick.
like
Yeah,
when I
it's-
used to be a rogue, it was like the first attack.
You can do it once per turn. So,
Yeah.
but he hasn't done it yet, so you can technically do it on any attack.
Yeah.
16. I'd say you get the sneak attack with your main with a rapier just to.
I like that rule too.
What?
Yeah.
This says it in the rules.
Okay,
Shut up.
Second attack.
16 to hit,
sneaky.
Paul.
Yeah, so as you try and draw your rapier out and he's grabbing it and whittle it in, you're like, fuck this, grab your dagger and make your roll damage.
Yeah, 8.
You
Nice.
get your sneak attack.
Well,
That's your thing.
you don't need it. He doesn't need it, because you bring the dagger up and just stab it. Where would you like to stab him?
But
Just
In the armpit, through his lung into his heart.
Oh, nice. So
Remember, we probably want him alive.
as he moves his finger,
very
you're just
sad.
straight in, and yeah, you see the life. His
No.
body just drains out of him, basically.
Where's my blood?
Need him
All the blood drains away. There's no-
High card.
God.
There is one left. And he's pretty beaten. You see him standing almost semi-conscious.
I run over to the one that Styles has just dispatched, and I cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
So he becomes stable.
All right. You hear his breathing now, just a sort of guttural choke as he's breathing through this wound which is pierced into his lung, and it's slowly healing. But yeah, he's stabilized.
I say, Mr. Styles, we need probably this one alive. He knows the most. At least for 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Now
get to
it's
kill
their
one at a
go.
time.
Yep, kill the other one.
So one is near you, Skallic. So he is going to. He just sort of coming out of his daze, just grabs your head with both his hands, and bollocks. You just bash his hands away. It's you now, Skark.
Finish him.
I'll just go, nice tight buddy. And I'll just go for a nice big swing with my warhammer.
Alright.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
And that is 7 damage
7.
on that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Second hit.
Second hit. 15, yeah, that hits on it.
Yep.
And 11 damage.
Okay. So with the first hit, you just hear all the teeth in his jaw shatter as you hit him underneath, and this spurt of blood and shattered teeth just come, hitting the mask, which is now semi-dislodged, and some of them fly out. On the second hit, as you come down, you hear his skull crack, and he falls to the floor lifeless at your feet.
As he falls, I'll start trying to collect some of his blood.
Okay.
Again with the blood.
I'm
You can't wait 2 minutes.
While I'm out,
He's gotta get it
also-
while he's hitting the deck.
while
Everyone else is busy.
while I'm out of view of everyone.
He left me.
I'm gonna chop this guy's hands off.
Okay. Also, you don't need to because they're already shattered.
Oh,
Like,
shit,
he's
yeah,
shattered
he's
in bits,
shattered,
and
isn't
so
he?
you just pick his hands up.
Okay.
Like the parts of his hands.
Yeah, okay. And I'm just gonna bag him for now.
Okay. Oh man, he's shattered.
I forgot I did that.
Okay. The room grows quiet. It's the sound of the rain above, and a few drips within the chamber.
What do
You
I
have
see
one.
in this chamber?
I will show you. This chamber is dimly lit as well, with torches on the wall, and you see a large table with a series of maps and charts on it.
That looks like information.
I turn back to the rest of the guys. You all right in there?
Yeah,
Yes,
Aye.
all good.
we've got the
Fine.
leader. Currently subdued.
Scarrick's getting blood again.
I'm just trying to save this guy as well to get more information. Don't worry.
I think he's lying. I think he's scooping
Intake
up the
check.
blood. I
All
can
right,
see
I'll
him
get
doing
blood.
it. He admits it.
Lazard, there's a
Um,
room
I,
here
um,
with some maps and stuff. I'm gonna check it out.
All right, you gather what you can from there. We'll interrogate this guy.
I
Okay.
pull the mask off the guy in front of us.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We'd love to see who he is. We'd love to see who they all are.
And he's got to say, I'd have got away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
I say to Scarrig, Mr. Scarrig, unmask those. What's left of those two?
I
If
think
we know them.
when you bring them back to one, they're still unconscious, aren't they?
Okay.
But stable.
Yeah, I believe so.
So you pull off the mask and you see this unconscious form, blood like beginning to dry around his mouth. He looks like a middle-aged man. Some
We don't-
short stubble,
We don't
tan skin.
recognise him or anything.
Who don't recognise him.
No.
Awkward. I say I do not know this man. Scarrig, any luck with those two?
I search
Do I
him.
recognise them?
I search him, Paul, and tie his hands.
Okay.
In fact, I strip him naked and tie his hands.
Sexy.
You take off the
Unnecessary.
robe and you find nothing on his body apart from his.
Penis.
He did have a large dagger strapped to his side,
Ooh.
um,
I say to Mr. Styles,
and a small component pouch.
I'm not a betting
I
man,
put them on the table.
but I think that dagger's probably gonna have some weird properties. Knowing this guy.
How are my odds on getting blood from the other guy, Paul?
You stay away from this guy.
The other guy is a pile of black
That's
goo.
not the live one. The other one who's been dead for a little bit.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
pile of goo, isn't he? Because
That blood is well tainted.
Oh
Like
shit,
that.
yeah, you
like
gooed
I
him, didn't you?
melted him, didn't he?
Yeah. It'll all be
But
black.
to be
and
fair,
blue.
you can't, all you have left of him really is his mask and a puddle of black sticky residue
I
and
say, do you recognise
fairly dissolved body parts.
the pile of goo?
Yeah, you made that kind of hard.
The other
No.
one, when you take his mask off, you do recognise him
Oh shit!
just from
Dun.
Dramatic.
your time around the Sea Ghost and in the docks in Saltmarsh, and especially you, Scarrick, who lives here. You've often wandered down to pick up supplies, fresh fish from the market. You know he was perhaps a fisherman. His name was Garrett.
Any luck, Scary?
Garrett?
So,
Is that the guy? Oh no.
this is
Mm-mm.
get it. He was a fisherman, I think.
A fisherman? What business would a fisherman
Aye,
have?
a local.
A local?
Well, I suppose they would hire locals, wouldn't they?
I suppose. Easier to infiltrate the townsfolk.
Aye. They've got ears everywhere.
I'm gonna look at these.
Are we waking your man up?
We'll see what Ozzy can gather from his room. Do you want to go assist him in the room?
Have you tied him up? Sorry.
Yeah, we've tied him up. I took his pants off for some reason. His old man Dick's just
We're back
waving
to that,
around.
are we?
Yep.
Well, the last
good
guy
old
we
days.
tied up nearly. You remember on the boat? I don't think there's any need to cut this guy's hands off, though. In all fairness,
Are you sure? Because he might be a magic user.
He is a magic user. He has a burning touch. But
Ozzy, make an investigation check for the room you're in.
we've got to keep
What?
him alive.
I'm very efficient. I can take his hands without
16.
You
killing
do
him.
about killing him. Yeah.
The maps are maps of the coastal area of Saltmarsh, as well as a larger map of the continent. A few have pins in certain places, a few around the whole of the Sea Princes, a few dotted around the continent, some around the capital. The rest of the evidence in this room seems sparse. There is a large brazier in the corner, and in there are the remnants of burnt papers. As you sort of dig through and look through the desk, you do find small remnants of papers that are left. One interesting dossier you find, a series of parchments bound together. On each page there is a name of your party. There's your name, Ozzy Hellborn. There are the others on the other pages, and each page has information about you, as much information as they can gather. And you see handwritten notes about how dangerous the Brotherhood think you are. There is information on Gelen, information on Eleander, information on the Sea Princes. And all these seem to be notes and gatherings and fact-finding.
I'm gonna obviously take them,
Mm.
and I look at the sheet about me. Does it have any
Yeah.
personal information on there?
No, it's more observations. You see, brash, arrogant,
What?
low risk, unskilled.
What?
Possible magic user.
Excellent. Can't wait to read my notes.
Nothing about my history.
Well,
then.
it says heritage,
Mm,
tiefling. Origins unknown.
yeah, okay, but it's nothing more than observations since I've been in Saltmarsh.
Yeah, but you do see things that hark back to times before you were with the Mr. Man.
Really?
There are notes of not so much events, but things that would make you think they've been watching you for a long time. A few dates about like arriving and visiting and things like that.
Okay. I hastily put that into my pocket.
Okay.
And I leave the other guys on the table, and I don't look through them. I leave them for them to pick up. Actually, no, I do. I look at pie cards and see if they have any extra
Oh, come
information
on.
on pie card.
Threat level high.
That's what I like
Unknown.
to hear.
Could be dangerous. Could be insignificant. Needs
Rude.
further research. Perhaps use contacts in fishing or household.
Nothing from his time before his appearance on the beach.
No.
What's a mystery?
I'm like looking at Styles' sheet, and I'm like, nope. It's for him to tell us if he has anything to share. Guys, there's some like information on us here. Looks like they've been watching us for some time. Are
I
there-
see. Any information on their plans in Saltmarsh?
There's some maps here with like some pins in various places. Nothing obvious. Are those chests like they're in there in the room as well?
Yeah, you see most of the stuff has been cleared out. The chests have spare robes, no masks, but spare robes, and just general like inks, pens, parchments, that sort of thing.
Styles, there's a sheet in here. It's talking about all your sketchy past.
We in Home Alone.
I'm gonna read it. What's this? You used to be a rent boy? Wait till I tell the others. I start reading
If
Gellens.
you guys want to go in, I'll look after this guy.
Okay. I will trust you with him, but take no blood from him. We need him alive.
It's going to be a wee nick. Nothing.
No, not until we are finished with him. When we're finished with him, you can absolutely
Right.
drain him dry. But
Right.
until then, he must be alive and well enough to speak. He's got a lot of questions to answer. And then off I
Yeah,
pop
I
into
start
the,
reading Gellens. Is there any information on there
the
of
room.
interest?
There isn't much left of Gellen's. It seems his has been burnt quite badly. You see threat level low. This seems to be headed at the top of each page. You see the few things you can make out are involvement in smuggling, involvement in trade. You see the words possible ally, but then they've been scribbled out.
Okay. What about Eleander?
Eleander's threat level high. Risk to society must be kept out. Must be dealt with.
As Packard comes into the room, I pass him the paper on Eleander. Well, I guess this confirms our suspicions on Eleander were unfounded. Doesn't seem to be part of this brotherhood.
Perhaps. Or perhaps it's the opposite.
Maybe. Are there other?
I say, think of this, Mr. Ozzy.
Yep.
If you will, this was all but too easy. Now, the Brotherhood, as you can see from their assessments of us, and I look at mine, I'm like, yep, fairly high. They know us to be dangerous, and did they think that 4 of them could bring down the Mister Men? Foolish. I think they had a contingency for their demise, and I believe these notes could be to throw us off the trail, and they're not to be trusted.
Well,
So Eleander is still prime suspect number 1.
okay. I mean, he is a prick. I'll give you that. Are there anyone else on the documents of note?
That's all you find, and
Okay.
you can. I mean, a lot of it has been lost. It seems there has been a big burn recently. There's still some hot embers in the brazier.
Okay.
I walk over and I say, look, these embers are still hot. They've been freshly burning documents, which means what they left was intentional. Otherwise, they'd have burnt it.
Well, they did. They tried burning it.
When have you ever tried to burn paper and failed? You've succeeded. First try, haven't you?
Well, that's
As
fair.
everyone has.
That's
No
fair.
one fails to burn paper.
Let's take them.
Something
Take it to.
is
There's
wrong.
nothing else in this room. Then
No.
let's take it to the others. Let's start.
Yeah,
Is there a
heading-
door next to me?
Gathering all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. That is
Oh.
the large ironclad door.
Oh shit! Yeah, we need to see what's behind that. I gather all the documents.
I hand Styles
I'm carrying,
his
like,
document,
sheets of
and I hand
paper.
Scarrick his document. You're muted,
Oh, what's this?
Styles.
Am I?
You're
I read
not-
mine.
That's
What's it say? What's it say?
Styles, yours. Again, like you can tell by Ozzy's, his and Scarrett's quite old, whereas yours too seems to be on fresher parchment. There's less damp that's got into it down here. Origin unknown. Possible threat. Seems more than meets the eye. investigate further.
That's the exact same notes I got. Am I the bad guy? Am I part of the
Go on then.
blood?
You might as well read mine if it's there.
It says threat level medium.
Fuck off.
Involvement with wars. Find out side. Traditionalists. And yours is quite badly banned.
Oh. Oh, they tried to ban some of it. Tried and failed. Packard sort of struts around holding his, and he says, "So, what threat level did we all get?"
Extremely high.
But this is when-
mine was burnt. It
This
was
is
fucking
when
burnt.
top trumps was invented.
Ridiculously
Oh,
high, like incomprehensibly high. Like needs
I'm sure that's
putting
what it
down
says.
immediately.
That I've thought that many a time.
Yep.
Now, let's think about this big door, shall we?
You may want to
Yeah,
trap.
are we
for-
going to
check
deal with
for-
this guy first?
Will be traps. You never know. These guys are a bit dodgy. They may do
Yes.
things like
Who can check for traps? Actually, I'm going to stand in the corner and say, who can check for traps?
that. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Excellent. Check it for traps.
What is it?
Investigation
we
or
can this guy up
perception?
and,
Investigation, I think.
I think we'll see what's in the room first, if we can get in. Because it might be
10.
posed to our questions.
10. Yeah, it looks alright. It's
Right,
a solid
Mr.
iron
Styles,
and wood door
open
and a
it
wooden
up.
wall.
It's
I'm just
okay.
back here behind the bench.
I crack it open.
Creaks open and reveals a chamber inside.
Oh, that looks like a
The chamber is a small chapel, dark at this point, no lights lit. However, with your goggles, you see at the end there is a large statue. The statue is of an elderly man, his face snarled and evil. Above his heads, the word is "The Old One will rise," carved into the wall.
The old one will rise.
I wonder who this old one is. Is the anything else?
If you want to make a group history check, you can find out. Yeah, the only other things in the room is a stone dais in front, covered with red cloth, which seems to be for ceremonial purposes. Other than that, it seems stripped bare.
Paul, can I ask, would Ozzy
Natural 20,
recognise
21.
that potentially more than others?
Yes.
Okay.
I got
I got a
10 on
natural
the
20
history
for
check.
21 for the history.
Okay. Aussie, roll it with advantage.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if you'd give Grant the advantage. First one was better anyway. History,
hmm
18.
And your other two? Say Pike, I do with disadvantage.
Well, I thought that, but I also have as a trait, I have knowledge from a past life. Which
Oh, that's
gives me-
true. Yeah.
It gives me a
So
little knowledgey boost.
You may get it like a flashback.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I'm sort of thinking. It hits me in like waves. So it's 18.
in the nuts.
Okay. And Styles, what did you get for your history?
10. Sorry.
10. Okay. Styles, you probably know the least about this subject, whereas the rest of you have an understanding. The Old One is a common name for Ayuz. And
Fucking knew it.
his form. Although perhaps none of you have ever seen him, or Scarrick, you have seen documents of him, these texts and historical documents from after the war, when he was a major threat back then. And you recognise the statue is carved in his visage, and you inform the others of this. You know he is a demigod, and he is worshipped. There is one other name that comes into your brain from this setup, Scarrick, and that is Zugutmoy.
A what now?
However, although the name piques your interest, the context and the defining sort of resolution of it skips your brain.
Zugutmoy is written somewhere.
No, it just comes like you see this setup, this small chapel, the statue, the old one, and just something comes into your brain, and this name comes forward.
Ozzy's just like,
It says Zugutmoy.
Yeah, Zugtmoy.
No, sorry, as in I say it when I'm in the room.
does that name mean anything to
Bless
me
you.
when he says it out loud?
No.
Okay. Ozzy like, oh fucking hell. Ozzy like reads it and like looks up at the statue. Just kind of like lost in thought, staring at it. You know what this is? You know who this is, right?
I say we bring it down.
Who is it? It's ugly.
Ayus.
It's
Ayus, was Ayus into like that Maui fella, a bit of a demigod?
That's the one.
Something of a demigod.
He's not a good being, let's put it that way.
Right, who wants to help me push this statue over? Let's desecrate this
Sure.
place.
No tricks required, boys. Push
Yep.
away.
I'm just doing it.
I'm just standing there staring at him do it. I just see it fall to the ground.
Does it break apart in a cool shattering manner?
I'd say if you push it forward, it like falls forward, and the head crashes into the stone dais in front, and causes the neck to sever, and the snarled evil face to roll on the stone floor. The rest just cracks and crumbles slightly.
That's
What
what I wanted.
what does he look like in terms of a being?
He looks like an old man,
Okay.
but just riddled with evil.
I pick up the head.
Anyway, guys, we need to carry on looking because
Yep.
I won't lie, there is actually treasure down here somewhere.
Really? Anyway, let's do this man
Any more
first.
rooms?
Yeah, there's two
Yeah,
in the
so
north, isn't there?
you search the rest of the area, and I'll show you what you find.
Ozzy just stays in that room staring at the head of the person while everyone leaves and walks past him.
Packard picks up the head. And he drags
Head to head.
drags it out of the room. And he plonks it at the feet of our naked, unconscious man.
Okay. So as you have a quick search around the other rooms, you find in the north there is a storeroom with a large barrel of wine and some preserved foods. The next room appears to be the sleeping chamber with some beds and some more crates with bedding and straw. Down in the centre are some simple toilets, and then what appears to be a cook room with a stone fire.
No monies.
So this isn't
No.
what I was expecting for a sort of ending of the Brotherhood.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think there's definitely more to it.
This isn't the end, by no means.
No, well, we knew it was never going to be the end. I'm a bit worried because they did have cash down here last time I was here. He scattered it on the floor.
This chap was sent here from somewhere. He is.
Well, this is just a.
He's but a general.
This is just a hideout for Saltmarsh. I'm sure they have one of these places probably in every town and city.
We need to find out from him who else in Saltmarsh is colluding, and scour them from this plane, and then eventually we'll find our way up the ladder. I wouldn't be surprised if it took us to Seaton. Big town like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Target. Right, shall we try and wake him up?
Yeah, give him a
Everyone's
poke.
got some questions ready.
How do you wish to wake him?
Well, that's a good question. What are the means?
Where's the jug of water? I've got a jug
Urinate
of
in
water.
his face?
Let's start with a jug of water. For anyone else has to get their dick out.
Let's roll for waking. No. You splash water on his face and he begins to come round. He is weak. Near death's door. You hear the harsh breathing that comes through him. And he realizes tired and naked.
Yeah. I sort of like sit on the head of the statue that I've put at his feet, like I sort of like squat on it, and use it as a little stool, and I give him a little tap on his thigh, and I say, "It's your lucky day, because what I'm allowing you to do is something good with your miserable existence, and trust me, this is your final chance to do so. Now, you're going to tell us everything you know, and I will make your passing to your praised deity a semi-peaceful one. But if you displease me, not only will I make your passing long and arduous and painful, I will also make it happen an infinite number of times."
His eyes lock onto you throughout this. And he says, "Kill me and leave me be." And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Should have taken his eyes.
19?
19. At first you feel the urge to kill him. This rage builds in you, and you immediately go to your sword and begin to draw it, ready to slash his throat. However, you realise what you're doing and put your sword back in. The spell does not affect you.
We must be careful, he's trying to bewitch us.
I step forward and get right up in his face. Why do you follow that being, Ayus?
He will cleanse this earth of the scum and lead us to the future. The old one will rise again.
You see Ozzy like reaching for his own dagger.
Do I see Ozzy reaching for his own dagger?
I don't know, do you?
Let me
Do
try.
any of us see Ozzy reaching for his own dagger?
Would it be like a perception?
He's
check?
stealthing it.
He's kind of doing it unconsciously. So not stealthy particularly, no.
I rolled a nat 20 on perception, so
You see it. Yeah.
I'm like, Mr.
What's your
Ozzy.
passive passive
Is
thingy?
it a bit of a passive?
Cat. More for cat.
What's my what, sorry?
I guess you don't have a passive stealth, do you, as
No.
such? No, I'd say you see it. At nat 20, you see him doing it.
I say, Mr. Ozzy, stay your blade. Remember why we're here. And I sort of,
What?
I very gently caress the man's thigh. And I say, how many
What are
of
you
you
doing?
I say, how many more of you are there left in Saltmarsh?
I will give you no answers. You may as well kill me now.
We may as well kill him now. He doesn't know anything.
I say, wait. He knows everything.
Do I recognise the voice? Was it the same guy I spoke to earlier?
Yes, yeah, it's the same one that you spoke to when you came down here.
Where's the money? Where's the gold?
And the gold was but an illusion.
Oh, cheeky bastard. Right, I pop on...
I put my foot on one of his wounds and just...
Oh. Right,
Sorry, guys.
I pop on the helm of telepathy.
Okay.
And I'm like... So I'm reading his thoughts.
Okay.
So,
His immediate thoughts are, they must kill me. I must keep the secret safe. Protect the others. We are but few.
so I'm gonna push deeper. He needs a wisdom save of 13.
Okay.
Give me your mind.
God, I really need a shit.
Not that deep.
You pull it back a bit. When we lost Scarin, I thought this was the right move. The others will take over. The old one will rise. And I will be part of the churn. A constant cycle.
Who in Saltmarsh is part of the Brotherhood?
Yeah, out loud he says, I will never tell you. But as you're reading his thoughts, so many in every sector.
I say to the
They will never find them all.
boys, I was like, this goes deep. This goes all the way to the top.
Ozzy's
When I
pulled the
spoke
knife
to him
out at this
earlier-
point.
When I spoke to him earlier, he said he was the new leader, so who was the old leader? Oh no, it was thinking on it.
I guess scary. Yeah.
Garen, yeah.
He will kill me soon. I see it in his eyes. Bring me to death, child.
I say, no, child. Don't bring him to death. Don't bring him to anything.
This filth doesn't deserve to breathe another breath on this
What
world.
was your plan?
The
for
old one will rise.
I don't care about the old one. I'm popping a squat on his face. What was your plan with Saltmarsh?
I will never tell you. The old one will rise. And he begins to chant this.
As he starts to
And-
chant, Ozzy swoops forward and goes to slit his throat.
Okay.
Can,
So
can I
the-
can I react stood next to him? Because of course, if he's drawn it, I'd have seen this. kind of coming.
Contested decks between two of you.
So Dex.
Just a dex roll.
Yeah.
21.
23. Oh yeah.
Nice.
As you stab towards it, you just, Styles, you just managed to just knock it out of the way.
Styles! No!
You hear...
needs to die.
You'll have your
brain.
time. You can have your time. We just need some more answers.
You hear inside his brain, we must disrupt the order. We must infiltrate deeper. When he comes, he will need his allies. to bring him back to the full power.
Is he saying this out loud or in his head?
In his head.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Out
getting
loud,
this.
all he's doing is chanting, "The old one will rise, the old one will rise, the old one will
Are
rise."
you holding my arm, Styles? Because I wouldn't
Yeah.
stop.
Strength check.
Really, I'd be like,
Contested
let
strength.
me at him sort of vibe. 15.
I think with him really, he really wants it. It's not subconscious now. I just let go.
Okay.
Let him
He
do it.
really wants it.
In
I killed him once, for God's sake.
in that case, then Ozzy will lean forward and slit his throat. As soon as the blood starts coming out, he pulls a pouch out and holds it under his
What
his
is it?
throat.
Piker says,
No.
what is the meaning of this? This is...
I was-
And Ozzy's just staring the guy in the eyes as the life leaves him.
Yeah, you literally see as his eyes, they lock onto yours for a second before they begin to just fade and roll back.
And then I stand up and I walk with the pouch of blood. I walk to the thing where the statue was, and where it says the old one will rise. I dip my finger in the blood, and the old one will, and I write not in the blood. Rise.
Wow, I don't know where
Nice.
that was going.
And then I walk back over to Scarrig and say, present for you, and hand him the bag of blood. And then start heading out.
I
Thanks.
said, right, we've all had an exciting day, but there is some housekeeping we must do. Firstly, I say we gather up all the robes and masks that are still tangible.
Aye.
We may need them down the line, and I'm just gonna pop this guy's head off real quick, and it's coming with me.
Piker, can't we bring him back one more time just to mess with him?
We'll do it another day. If I get his head, we can bring him back.
So you managed to acquire 2 masks, because one of them was turned into black goop, and the other was shattered. Actually, no, I'll say you get 3 masks, because the mask flew off the body, which was shattered underneath. And you can get enough robes for all of you from the supplies in the,
Oh,
in the
nice.
chamber. So 3 masks and 4 robes.
Nice. And yeah, I'll take his head and pop it in my bag and
Okay.
gather all the notes and
Add your
papers.
items to the inventory.
Right.
What was in the dagger and what was it? A pouch?
yeah. Chip
So the pouch is a components pouch for people who cast, and it's just a small leather pouch that contains all the things you need to cast your spells, such as bits of charcoal, small pieces of cloth. They're quite a common attire for a magic user. The daggers are just normal daggers, although they are they have symbols on them which match some of the symbols on the masks.
Okay. I'm scared there was a big little pop outside. I don't know if you can.
Some of their styles. Do we need to do a real mission?
The old one will rise again.
4DX D&D.
God, that cool.
So, you managed to gather the bits together. You wish to just leave?
Ozzy has already left.
Ozzy,
Um,
you
should
get up
burn it
into the
down.
house.
We must cleanse this place of evil. But yeah, let's head upstairs. Because I don't think Stars really explored the house that much. He went down, didn't they?
yeah, I tripped over and then went down, if I remember correctly.
I'd like to think, unless you've got something planned, Paul,
Mm-hmm.
say if you have, otherwise I'll tell them what they see when they come up.
You can
better
go
not
up
be
into the
naked.
house.
Well, I would just be in this like entrance way, just stood
Mhm.
there with like a flame in my hand,
Yep,
just waiting.
that's fine.
Well, before we get there, I explore the house and check the rooms.
As you, I will show you all the areas. Most of the house is decrepit. You do find some more little hollows of crabs, which I presume you just shut the door when you find them.
Oh, that's a grab. Yeah.
Grabs.
Let me just show
Is the house a basement? So if we set fire to the top, it'll fall down, or was it different downstairs?
you.
Does that make sense? If you destroy the upstairs, will it destroy downstairs?
Yeah, so the downstairs only had the wooden roof above it, so it would fall
Yeah.
into the stone basement below. So you find some crabs on the toilet. You find some giant crabs in the room. On the upstairs, I will show you that.
Crabs everywhere.
But these seem to be more a deterrent for explorers and just general inhabitants of the lair, to stop people searching further. You find some more upstairs. There is some like bedrolls upstairs, but they seem to be more a decoy for, because you find this large room in the north, which has scatters of silver coins, some maps, and it looks like a smuggler's den. However, you can tell from the dust and cobwebs that it's rarely used.
I take the silver coins.
Okay, you acquire
Show me the money.
See, told you there was treasure.
12 silver.
And I will not be
You
splitting
see
it.
me rolling. They hate it.
That was a D100 as well, so
Oh, great.
could have been so good. So, as you make your way out of the house, what do you wish to do?
Well, Ozzy's just stood there with the
Ozzy's there
with
with
the
a fire.
with the flame on his fingertip,
I say,
fire
Mr.
in his
Ozzy,
eyes.
Ozzy, give us
You're right, Ozzy.
give us a moment to
Oh yeah,
to
fine.
vacate.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah,
Are we done?
think so.
Believe
Yes,
so.
let it burn.
Let it burn.
I flick it towards the doorway.
And as it hits, the entire building just bursts into flames. Although the rain is coming down, the power of the magic begins to burn the dry goods that are inside. And within 5 minutes, the entire house is burning. Steam coming off where the rain is meeting the fire.
Ozzy's just like standing pretty damn close, just staring at the flames, like closer than everyone else because I'm resistant to fire. So it'd be almost too painful for everybody else, but I'm just stood there just taking it, just like looking at, staring at the fire, embracing it in a way.
And as the fire licks up into the sky, the rain still pouring, that is when you see a large group of torches coming down from the town, and you begin to hear the cry of guards. Down at the old cottages! Surround them,
Get out
men!
of here.
I think we're in trouble,
Put in a
boys.
box.
You begin to hear the footsteps of
To the sea!
many men marching on the cobble roads.
Put in a box. Put in a box.
We haven't
Clear
done
out.
anything wrong.
I don't think they care
They
that
stood in
much.
front of
I
a
don't
building
think
on
they care.
fire.
Let's just get out of here.
They
Ozzy,
don't respect
It was
the
an
men's
accident.
authority.
Ozzy,
I can smell gas.
Ozzy kind of, Ozzy kind of snaps out of it, and
Come now, Mr. Ozzy.
sees the approaching crowd, and is going to cast Major Image.
Okay.
And quick thinking, what's he doing? What's he casting?
Dragon.
I was thinking dragon.
This moment
but
you're hearing.
you see,
Spider from Wild Wild West.
you see smashing out of the flames a black dragon, just like crumbling out of the flames, like flying up into the air. You see it breathe fire down into the house again.
Nice.
It swoops, it swings up, and it heads towards the guards,
Okay.
and it's going. Let me just read one more thing.
While this is going on, I say to Picard, you might want to get rid of them robes if we're going to get searched.
Oh, Mr. Styles, we're not getting searched.
And
we are
he
gone into the
flies
sea.
towards the incoming group.
Yeah, have we?
It lands in front of them, beats its wings, and does like this is all within the 20-foot cube, so it's not the biggest of dragons, but
Yeah,
it is a
it's
dragon.
like a young dragon.
Yeah, and it's going to like land, flap its wings, fire a flame as far as the 20-foot cube will allow, just like back them away,
Yeah.
and then fly up into the air and fly away.
Okay. So you hear cries of shock. Get back, man! Draw to arms! And the instant whiz as as arrows fly through the air.
And then, as this is happening, I'll try to grab the guys and be like, "Go on, let's get out of here," and head the opposite direction.
So at this point, just for reference, where you are, you managed to stop the guards here on the descent down to Crabber's Cove, and you're currently back down here. You see, startled for a second, the flaming torches in the night going left and right all over the place as arrows fly. Some come and land near you where they've just overshot because they've shot through the image. After a few seconds as it goes into the air, you see them run to take cover in the buildings. However, they're still very active.
Like, go, gadget boat! Chuck the boat into the water over here, maybe?
Yeah.
And
okay.
usher for everyone to get in.
As you get in, you hear a voice from a little bit further down. Hey! Hey! Over here!
Oh,
fuck is
Where's
this?
Where's this?
Look across, and in a couple of houses down, running along the beach side where the sea is coming to the shore, there is a figure dressed in a black robe, a black cape. However, in the light of the fire, the cape is glinting in this sort of peacock swirls of deeper velvet that engulf it. It's Gellin
I was gonna
running
say,
along
it's
the
not
beach
Gellin.
towards you. Chaps! Hurry! He runs across to you, panting out of breath from his run down the hill. We must leave. They've cornered the sea ghost, but do not worry. I had a plan.
Oh,
Now, how the bloody hell are we going to get out of here?
Right, we got a boat.
the civil serpent is.
Did you see the dragon?
Yes, it was very impressive.
Don't worry, the dragon's mine.
Uh,
It's just an illusion to keep them at bay.
And his hand goes to his head. Oh gosh. And as you cast the boat into the water. Oh, what wonders. Come aboard. Out into the ocean. I will show you where we're going.
You hit the
How about
man.
the civil servant?
Why
That is it.
would they take our boat?
Because they're arresting
We will
us.
talk on the way. Hurry. Make haste.
They didn't know it was us up until now. Like, they haven't even seen us yet.
Make haste, Scarrick.
We're making
Garrick,
haste.
get in the
Garrick,
boat.
stop talking. Get on the boat.
No, I'm all, like I would have already been like hopped in the boat. I imagine this is why we're taking off.
And as you begin to take to the ocean, with the rain dimming and the open ocean taking over, Gellin getting his breath back. Oh, so glad I found you. I got word they were coming down here, and I figured it could only be you. Only you would cause such a conundrum, you could say. Oh, I have your other vessel ready. I have had for some days now.
Good work, Kellen.
I figured something would happen like this.
I look him dead in the eye.
The,
Did you install a revolving bed?
I'm sorry, friend. In these times of hardship, our luxuries must sacrifice.
Gellin,
I know it is hard.
Were you able to recover my head collection? My sister's on the Sea Ghost.
I'm afraid I could not get onto the Sea Ghost. When I tried to get your possessions, there was already guards aboard searching your belongings. I'm
Oh, they're
afraid
not gonna like my head collection, are they?
it may be too
Doesn't look
late
good
for your
for it.
sister.
Oh. I had a new
They-
one, so it's going to be a mighty collection.
You must leave. I do not know where you will go. I will be okay. I will be able to travel back to shore and make up some story. They did not see me, you see. And he pulls his cloak round, which is probably the most ornate stealth cloak you've ever seen. There are a few diamonds hidden under little
Yes,
lapels
you
of fabric.
must have had them
Why
fooled.
do-
Why are they
What
after
do they
us,
want with
Dylan?
us? Why are they trying to frame us?
I do not know. They see you as resistance to the king, I believe, and resistance must
We've
be
been
quelled.
serving the king for the last 3 months. We've done everything the council has asked for.
This must be the Brotherhood's doing.
Perhaps,
They
as
know
you
they
say,
can't take us by force.
the king's words are getting twisted. All I know is it's not safe now. And it won't be safe for some time, at least until the war is over. And then I hope Leander will return and we can perhaps get Saltmarsh back to its stable self, and our heroes can return.
Maybe Eliander told the king we're the bad guys.
I knew he was guilty.
I think you judge him too harshly, my
Not
friends.
harsh enough.
Eliander only spoke good words to me. I know he was stubborn and I know he had his job to do, but there was peace while he was here.
You're not wrong about that. And then he left.
Yes. Simply because of Carmilla. Serving a noble deed of ushering poor young Anders.
Well, we've got revenge for you anyway.
Yeah, I put my hand on his shoulder and say,
The Brotherhood. You did it.
I pulled the head out of the
we
bag.
got vengeance for
Oh,
those who did you wrong.
good God.
I said, Gellin, do you know this man at all? Have you seen him around?
I'm afraid not. No.
I see. I say to him, Gellin, be careful. He did not tell me willingly, but he said that his agents are scattered wide and deep. So do not trust anyone.
I fear now we have scraped the surface. The ooze will seep. I will be stingent with my household and I will keep my friends close.
Yes.
And perhaps my enemies closer if I must. But I'm glad you have unearthed this dark, dark secret. I always knew there were maybe something, but not this. Well, we're near the vessel now. I will take a boat back to shore and I will try and keep your reputation good with those who are good.
Should we unban? Speaking of the Mr. Men, should we say the Mr. Men are back together and they're stronger than ever, or should we keep the secret?
Perhaps leave it to me. I will
Okay.
be your publicity.
Excellent.
There are many underground circuits in Saltmarsh, and they will know the Mr. Men are on the right side.
The Mr. Men are back together.
Good.
I'm going to
Yeah.
sing it loud and clear.
I'm gonna
I will.
flip
I
that
will.
Brotherhood like there's no tomorrow.
The boys are back in town.
Mr. Men, back.
Yeah.
Hands in.
Yes! Gellin eagerly puts his hand in. 1, 2, 3. The Mr.
The Mr.
Men.
Men.
Mr. Man.
Ah.
Right,
Well, that
fuck
has
off-
made me
fuck off,
feel
Gellin.
better. I will. Now, I've supplied your vessel for at least a week, so hopefully you will manage to find landfall by then.
Are there any deckhands, or is it just us?
Yes, yes, the
Oh,
crew. The crew are
excellent.
there.
Excellent.
Where do you suggest we go?
I do not know, friends.
I,
The ocean is wide.
I know somewhere we could go and hide for a few days.
Where?
Oh, well. It seems you already have a destination in mind.
Excellent.
When can we return?
Well, you will be here till the war is won. That is coming soon. I believe the date was next festival.
I don't want to miss the war. I was quite looking forward to it.
Many
Cool.
heads and hands to get, I suppose.
Exactly.
I
I
feel
wanted to aid our
we'll be
lizard
fighting
friends.
this war.
you will not be back for this, and you will not be welcomed. Not while the captain is in charge. But fear not. Your knowledge and your work will lead to victory. It is
That's
because
good
of
enough.
you that we will succeed.
They're our friends, the lizard folk. I feel like it was.
Oh, I will look after them as much as I
Good.
can. And
What about
I mean-
Scarrick's Forge?
Oh yeah, and his weird little friends.
And my upcoming kebab shops?
what do you wish me to do, Scarrick? Keep a watchful eye over?
See if they're happy to carry on, then tell them to do so. If not, shut her up and leave town. I
Have
feel
they
like they're
ever
safe.
worked in the, the industry?
What's the industry?
What industry are you talking about?
Blacksmithing industry?
No, no,
They're well trained.
no. Never mind.
Tell them they can rename it Gavin, Davin and Dwarf.
I will.
Don't let them rename that
On
place.
the wishes of the myth.
No.
Please, gentlemen, make your mind up.
Galen, ignore this
No
nonsense.
renaming.
Okay.
I need you to use
No
your
renaming, but they
connections.
may be good in the industry. Got it.
Yeah. Use your connections and your wiles to secure my sister's head. Now she is being preserved by some magic pennies. So she should be
I
quite
see.
fine to keep in your house.
Perhaps the boys can get me the head.
Yes, that'd
I
be
see a plan coming together already.
very important for me. Get Gavin and David. Get you the
I-
head.
I do think that when they know you're gone, the heat will die down.
Indeed. Our wanted level will drop.
Like
But-
GTA.
Is there any way I can keep in touch, gentlemen?
Oh, I
Um,
suppose we could give him a sending
Yeah,
stone.
And,
take one of
Give her a
these.
stone.
Yeah. Let me explain the rules of it.
Magnificent. Well, I will give you updates when I can.
Excellent.
And sail well, gentlemen.
We always do.
The sea is a cruel mistress, however, men like you will sail true.
Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you.
And you
Gillian.
see a little tear come
Been
to
a
his eye.
pleasure.
thank you, Galen. I give him a hug, embrace him.
And you
Thank-
feel a lump in his chest that as you come out, he pulls a small flask out.
God, I thought you were going to say something else then. Fucking hell.
Oh,
I feel a lump where?
well, right, I do need a vessel. When we get there, I'll take the boat. The jolly boat.
Yes.
Thanks for
And-
looking out for us, Galen.
Always.
Gillian,
Always, friend.
as far as I'm concerned, you are the fifth Mr. Man.
I always knew I was. And as Gellen smiles and pats you on the back as you journey towards the vessel docked out in the ocean, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Ooh-wee.
The open waters and Styles destination on the horizon.
What
God, I'd love to
the?
know where that is.
What the?
Oh, wait.
Alright, guys.
God, is it anything to do with your weird map?
Is it the east, the west? Where are we looking right now? What the hell happened there?
That was a cracker.
It was good.
Had
I
everything.
enjoyed it.
Had
It-
But
it
Paul
had
kicking the
everything.
fuck out of Gus.
Yeah.
I see, I always said Gus Smash, not so
What?
I said it earlier and I was like, no, Saltmarsh.
Yeah, I said Ghost Smash earlier.
Ghost
I was like,
Smash.
Yeah, that's Paul.
That's not
that's
the right name.
Paul kicking us out.
Oh, well, thank you very much, guys. We will meet again soon
No,
and we'll
thank you,
continue
Paul.
the adventure.
That was awesome.
Cheers, Paul.
It was
Thank you.
Maybe next month.